Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming away with another low-key broadcast. Today's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time to wrestle with our feelings in a few hours of GWA action in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, happy to have you with us, and hope the day finds you well. Okay, held it together. Through that, let's immediately bop over to here where my face isn't quite so large on cam, just in case there's a leakage. Okay. As per usual, I have pre-booked our inaugural event here. Let's just proceed to that if we can. Oh, actually, let me do a quick save to make sure any and everything I have done. Oh, we have a few guests on our card coming up, so I'm cautiously saving to hope, beyond hope, that they all show up for work. Which would be... Yes, we've also pitted the grudge match of Penta and Finn Balor, stablemates against one another in this upcoming card. More on that as things progress, but it looks like everybody here, everybody her, perfect. Let's save that again quickly. Hope everyone is enjoying their holiday to holiday. The taint of the new year, I suppose. Well, actually, it's New Year's Eve day today. Everyone has a lot of fun and fanciful plans, as much as they can get up to. We, of course, will be celebrating with 3 glorious hours of GWA action, starting with the GCW Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar defending their championship against our newest signee. That's right, F5 versus F10, as Brock Lesnar defends the GCW title against Wardlow. Coming up right about now. As always, the creature on feature. Bigfoot is here. Oh wow, I'm told I'm streaming at 60 frames per second. Oh, let me make sure I can be variable first. That'll be sad for everyone. I should have done this research beforehand. Just bear with me for a moment. As we see Brock Lesnar and Wardlow testing one another in these early moments. Ooh. Ooh, narrowly avoided disaster with my controller there. As Brock Lesnar. Ah yes, Ogie Oglethorpe. Alright, when you download things from the workshop, they are put into the retired category in and amongst your promotions. So if you go into Team Edit and then Transfer Wrestler, you transfer your downloaded wrestlers out of retired into whatever promotion you want to put them in, and then there you go. Like you set up your own promotions and then, you know, quote-unquote stables within. Like if you wanted to make, for example, WWE, make a WWE promotion and then maybe put like a Raw stable and a SmackDown stable, and then move all of your Raw and SmackDown superstars out of retired and into that. It's all in the edit menu, or in the team edit stuff. Hope that helps. Moves and stuff will automatically be available for the wrestlers that use them. Same with edit parts, like costume bits. That's all fine. Ring stuff, you go into ring edit and you'll see all the graphics options at the bottom, like you just pick the file. 1, 2. As we see, a nice powerbomb there, almost putting away Wardlow. F5, there's the originator. Into the cover again, 1, 2. You don't have, sorry? Oh, and a second F5 now to Wardlow, but he pops up and Brock Lesnar seems to have winded himself, beating down on this newcomer. As Ogie, I encourage you to, you may privately message me if you so wish, or, here, let me do this. See a nice Kimura there. Ogie, if you'll go ahead and join our Discord, I can give you all the help you need once I'm done broadcasting. Just post whatever issues you have happening, and I'll be sure to help you out in getting those edits working. Anything I can do. Oh, and Brock Lesnar teasing Wardlow with his own F10 into the pin. 2, 3. Brock Lesnar with a bold statement to GWA newcomer Wardlow, beating the man with his own move. In the battle of F5 versus F10, F10 was victorious, but not in the way you would suspect, as Brock Lesnar retains the GCW title. Holy moly, what a way to start things off. As we are live in the Tokyo Dome. That's right, we've sold out this 16,000-seater. Coming up next, we have 8-person tag team action. Let's get straight to the ring, and I'll explain who's on what team when we get down to it. Starting us off, though, Chris Bay and Sami Callihan, I believe, will be facing one another. As we take our time here. Ooh, there we are. Took a little while for Mr. Bigfoot to get things sorted out, and there we are. You see Aleister Black there is actually the captain of this team, and Roman Reigns, captain of the team in the opposite corner. Those two will be facing one another for Aleister Black's Stardom Championship in the second half of our broadcast. Right now they have recruited, and I don't know why, but they've recruited 3 junior heavyweights each. As you see, Chris Bay, Mustafa Ali, formerly associated with Roman Reigns, and Hikaru Shida on the side of Aleister Black. Meanwhile, Sami Callihan, Scorpio Sky, and I believe Dalton Castle are on the side of Roman Reigns. The level of disrespect indeed from Brock Lesnar. You'd almost think he was trying to earn a doctorate. As you see now, Aleister and Roman Reigns for the first time, as we mentioned, these two will be facing one another for Aleister Black's Stardom Championship on next month's card in the later half of our broadcast. Aleister with the early advantage here, a nice Dragon Sleeper, and Roman quickly tags out to Dalton Castle. Interesting strategy there from the future challenger, who gets a double stomp to the ding-ding on the way out. And meanwhile, Dalton Castle provides an opportunity for Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns too concerned with their groin. Oh dear, a black mass right out the gate. A lift-up version of Dalton Castle scrambles to the corner. Tag in Scorpio Sky freshly. Otherwise, this thing would have been over in a hurry. Aerial assault, one after the other on Aleister Black. Great teamwork there from Castle and Sky. The Castle in the Sky. But all for naught, as it was broken up. Total elimination! Oh dear. Okay, I assure you, it should be available in the editing mode, and then you go to Team Edit, and then Transfer Wrestler out of retirement and into whatever other promotion exists. That's where you get all the stuff you downloaded in Workshop. Anything you subscribe to should just be in the like any wrestler should be in the retired quote-unquote promotion. You just need to move them to an active one. I believe in you. As we see Scorpio Sky here against Hikaru Shida. A matchup you might see on a Wednesday night in the future. And we're proud to bring it to you here on a Thursday afternoon as they go elbow for elbow, and Shida comes out the victor there. Trying to work the midsection now with Scorpio Sky, and he quickly has enough of that onslaught. Tags in Sami Callihan. Alright, so those tuning in, I seem to be accidentally on purpose. No guys in it. Can you go down to the workshop itself when you look at your edit things and see if there's anything under your wrestler column to uninstall? Like, if you go to the workshop items and then go to uninstall, you don't have to actually uninstall anything, but you can at least look to see if there's anything listed there that has been downloaded. And hello, Mini-Me! And Dork, I see you as well in there in chat. Nice to see y'all. Hope you're having a good day. Mustafa Ali and Dalton Castle, the latest to trade elbows. Castle winning, but not by much. That's alright, Ogie. We'll get you there. As I said, you could always friend me on here and message me here on Twitch, and we'll get you sorted out. I will do anything I can to help spread the proliferation of people that get to enjoy this game. This is, by the way, our 6-month anniversary of the GWA. That's right, week 26. We have spent half a year, I have spent half a year yelling at people in the context of a wrestling match. As we see now, Shida and Dalton Castle, the legal combatants on either side. Shida, I think, availing herself quite well in this matchup to this point. It seems that as soon as she gets a little bit of offensive momentum going, her opponent across the ring quickly makes the decision to tag out. We'll see if Roman Reigns has any different strategy against the hard-striking Hikaru Shida. Nice arm drag there, countering whatever Roman was going for to go behind. Oh, and it steps into that enziguri. Nicely done. Roman's trying to slow things down and get momentum back on his side with that underhook belly-to-belly. Follows it up with a nice suplex. Of course, he'll be looking for that Superman punch or spear. Hikaru Shida employs a Falcon Arrow amongst other knee strikes. Chris Bay quickly, into the competition and planted into the canvas with that main event spinebuster from Roman Reigns. Now suplexing Bay to the floor. A reminder, there are no disqualifications or countouts on the floor as you see Dalton Castle quick to grab a chair. Now to 3-on-1 salt in and out of the ring. As Roman Reigns and Aleister Black and friends are getting their work on Mr. Reigns there as you see the demolition triple team. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Chris Bay is trying to fend off and is doing a pretty good job of fending off Scorpio Sky, Sami Callihan, and Dalton Castle, who is content to pose and go help out his teammate Roman Reigns currently. Bedlam on the floor and in the ring. Meanwhile, the ref is powerless until the two legal combatants return themselves to active competition. Roman Reigns was setting somebody up there for something deadly, but they got out of the way. Here we are, back to normality. Oh, there goes gravity. As Roman Reigns and Chris Bay are your two legal fighters, and we are back to squaw one. Oh, a huge clothesline from Roman Reigns puts the exclamation point on that strike exchange and allows him to tag out to Sami Callihan. Oh, Chris Bay feisty, able to fight to his corner as well, and in comes Aleister Black. Black and Callihan now the two legal combatants. Oh, nice bridge on this German. Team able to run interference with Sami Callihan, rolls the shoulder at 2.9. Well, as I was saying, I seem to be accidentally streaming in 60 frames a second. I really hope that's not prohibiting people from joining the stream. I didn't know if that was something I should or could be doing. It doesn't seem to be making much difference in how this game looks. As you see now, Aleister Black, vicious, pinpoint striking ability. Sami Callihan started his career as a deathmatch wrestler and just grew more violent from there as he learned more ways to hurt people with and without weapons. Ask Eddie Edwards' eye. Oh dear. Big proponent of that pile driver. Thought he might be going for a second one in a row. Working over the Stardom champion here. Until Aleister Black smartly tags out to Mustafa Ali, former associate of Roman Reigns, captaining the opposition here. Felt the stroke of Sami Callihan, but quickly avoided any trouble. Scott Steiner style complete shot there. Kissed the bicep on the way down. And Sami now taking it to Scorpio Sky, who's legal against Mustafa Ali, who's sent to the floor. Now Sky, sacrificial lamb to head off 3 opponents. Meanwhile on the floor, Mustafa Ali at the mercy of Dalton Castle, Callihan, and Roman Reigns. Interesting strategy here you see employed from time to time in these multi-person matchups. Oh wow, implant DDT to Hikaru Shida. Heavy-duty offense there from Scorpio Sky. Running interference, as we said. The damage is trying to be done to Mustafa Ali on the floor, who currently makes Sami Callihan deal with the X Factor. Okay, if they're in uninstalled, oh dear. Something just happened in the ring. Someone stole someone's move, but there's so much going on, I couldn't tell whom. Okay, if they're in the uninstall in your workshop, you should be able to transfer them out of retirement. If they're not in retirement, they should be in a promotion then. Oh, this would be so much easier with screenshots. All right. As things finally settle back down, we're back to the preview of next month's title matchup as Aleister Black and Roman Reigns are your two legal combatants, and here comes Aleister Black with a huge kitchen sink knee lift to the gut of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns very much. Okay, so I think you may have to create another promotion. There you go. That might help. I don't know why, but it might help. So just create like maybe a default one if you wanted to, or like My Wrestlers, or whatever you want to call it, and see if that helps. So you have retired and SW. There's nothing. Oh, if you go under like again in team edit, I can actually listen. After the card, I can probably like guide you through the menus like on screen, on the stream, or off if you like. Again, I'm very determined to help people enjoy this game as much as possible. As now another huge main event spinebuster there from future challenger Roman Reigns, asserting himself against the champion he will face next month. Oh, nice pump kick there from Aleister Black, halting Roman Reigns' momentum. Long enough to tag in Hikaru Shida. Total elimination to the Tribal Chief. Alright, Ogie, sorry we weren't able to solve things quickly for you, but again, don't give up. We'll figure it out. I am very much open to help you. There are a few ways to get in touch with me. Twitter and Instagram info is also available on the page here. It's all the same. Oh, jumping knee strike there from Hikaru Shida. Now the seated version. Trying to put Callahan away, but he amazingly shrugs it off with that last bit of energy. And now Hikaru Shida looking to finish him off with repeated blows to the head. Oh, front and back, but Callahan able to withstand it long enough to hit that clothesline. He's going to need to make a tag soon, though. Oh, powerbomb countered into a DDT. Shida's got to work Callahan into her corner if she has any legitimate chance of pinning him, though. Back and forth they go now. Obviously Callahan. Oh. I thought he might take the opportunity to tag out, but doesn't think he's got Shida worn down enough. Shida first to elect to tag out, and this allows Callahan the opportunity to do the same. Dalton Castle and Chris Bay now. Extra tasty Chris Bay has been featured in a lot of multi-person matches. Not a lot of singles success to this date in GWA, but the same can be said for Dalton Castle. As the two go back and forth. Dalton Castle, the aggressor there. Oh, but Chris Bay the first person up and taunting Dalton about it as well. Amazing cardio game on Chris Bay. His legitimate nickname is the ultimate finesser for that very reason. I just don't know why he didn't go with extra tasty Chris Bay. Shoulder thrust in the corner there as we approach 30 minutes on this, our second of 10 matches on this first card. Oh, I believe that might be his finish. It's not the bangarang for realsies, but I believe that's the Fire Pro equivalent to this point. Unfortunately, Dalton Castle in the wrong part of town there, and that pin attempt very quickly broken up. Team leader Aleister Black now tagged in to deal with Dalton Castle. Chris Bay has had enough. And Dalton now tagging up as well, and in comes Scorpio Sky. Assists with the powerbomb on his way out to the apron, and then Sky with a quick frog splash. Great ring positioning, this could do it! But Aleister kicks it too. Oh, Aleister trying to take advantage of a little bit of miscommunication there that saw Sky and Shida strike heads. Oh, speaking of striking heads, repeated blows from the feetsies to the meatsies of Scorpio Sky from Aleister Black. Oh, implant DDT from Sky though. Into a cover. Wrong part of town. Very much on the wrong side of the Burning Hammer logo. And remember, if your energy's ever feeling low, give Burning Hammer energy drinks a shot. Pile drive your head into, no, I don't, there's no way to work Burning Hammer into energy because you literally get dropped on your head. I don't know how it's gonna like pep you up other than just black you out. Anyway, Burning Hammer energy drinks. It's kind of the opposite of the wrestling move. Oh, excellent usage of those knee strikes from Hikaru Shida. But Scorpio Sky able to evade. Oh, gosh! We've seen him win titles with that very hold. And at the 35-minute mark, any of these competitors would have been worn down enough for a vicious submission hold like that. As Scorpio Sky able to submit Hikaru Shida and secure the win for his team captain Roman Reigns. We'll be facing, as we said, Aleister Black next month for the Stardom Heavyweight Championship. The Dragon Clutch there from Scorpio Sky. A vicious, vicious submission move. Hikaru Shida all the way across the ring from her teammates. No choice but to tap there. As we roll on with the Freelance Championship, Samoa Joe, the new champion, taking on the newish champion, taking on Tetsuya Naito in what I believe is a first or second or a millionth time matchup. It just sounded like something I would like to see, and I hope you feel the same, because here we go. I would like to thank each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity for the past 6 months now to fantasy book dream matches of GWA talent, trying to get the best and brightest available talent from all over the world. Perform for me mostly. I'm not going to lie about that, but you as well. Couldn't be happier to have you with us. I'm speaking as me as the promoter slash commentator for GWA, of course. Not me as the person who's thrilled that anyone is here at all. Oop. Small Joe there, I thought, trying to exit Tetsuya Naito from the ring so he can get some severe damage done on the floor, as he's known to do from time to time. All in support of wearing down his opponent for a variety of submissions, most notably the Coquina Clutch from Samoa Joe. Don't know if he employs the Muscle Buster in this one. I think he retired the move after the unfortunate incident with Tyson Kidd. Meanwhile, Tetsuya Naito's bread and butter is, of course, Destino. He's won many championships across the globe. Nice explorer there from Joe, establishing himself early. He is the freelance champion for a reason, proudly wearing that belt for all of a month or two now of in-game time. One of the new championships here is we are shuffling up titles in the GWA. We're trying to only use titles from promotions that either are us or that no longer exist and that we didn't have a part in destroying. With the exception of Stardom, obviously, because that's the first one that we kind of destroyed. Anywho, we're trying to rid ourselves of the NXT Championship to that end, as NXT is still an entity in this wrestling universe. Unfortunately, for the NXT brand, their title is in contention tonight, but it will be a lateral move. Should it change hands, it will remain with the GWA talent. That's right. Demon Club stable leader Finn Balor has challenged his stablemate, Penta El Zero M, for the NXT title later on in this very broadcast. As 5 minutes have elapsed here against Tetsuya Naito and Samoa Joe, neither man able to hold a significant offensive advantage to this point. Both are content to let things simmer rather than quickly rush to a boil. Samoa Joe on the independent scene, very much a veteran of 30-plus minute matches. And Tetsuya Naito has main evented the Tokyo Dome in Wrestle Kingdom. So we know they can at least go 45. So we are happy to be here in the Tokyo Dome, representing the gnarly wrestling aisle, the GWA. See Joe getting a little bit winded here to this point. Doesn't quite have the gas tank he used to. Nothing wrong with that. We all get a little older. Everybody loves pizza, though, and if you're hankering for a bit of pizza, why not give Prince Pepperoni a shot? One of the official sponsors here of the GWA. If you're a little more health conscious, perhaps you can try Monster Gains. Monster Gains. One of the greatest supplements I have personally never tried. Oh, British fall there. Shades of Johnny Smith from Tetsuya Naito. There it is, Destino! Don't quite have the lungs that Kevin Kelly has for it, and plus I don't want to step on their call of the move. But that is the very same one that has brought him fame and fortune all over the place. And He's very much trying to finish off Joe now, who thinks he has countered Tetsuya Naito once and for all, just like that, but no. Go behind, oh my gosh, rolling capo kick there. From Naito, downs Joe, but that just seems to have angered the big man. Tetsuya Naito now in a bit of retreat from the champion. Oh, another kick there. Downing both men. Match starting to take its toll as we pass 10 minutes. Another British fall there, working on the head and neck of Samoa Joe. Softening it up for that Destino. It's another high impact drop to the back of the head that knocks you out. That's what Naito's looking for. A sudden impactful knockout where Samoa Joe is looking to squeeze the life out of you with a coquina clutch. Off the ropes goes Joe. Oh, huge kick to the back of the head of Naito. Joe taking every opportunity to gather his breath as he sends his opponent off the ropes for that Samoan drop. Oh, Naito rolls through to a knee bar, but Joe smartly grabs the ropes and breaks the hold. Destino from Joe! Into a Boston Crab!
Give up!
What disrespect shown by the competitors in tonight's show. Emotions running very high as we make our sellout debut in the Tokyo Dome. Tetsuya Naito there, downing Joe with that kick, trying to set him up. Another British fall. Back of the head of Joe hits the mat, pops up but can't follow it up. Bit of phony tough and crazy brave there from Samoa Joe and Naito looking to take advantage. Up top he goes. Oh, what a corkscrew splash to the small of the back of Samoa Joe. Kicks the leg out now. Joe hanging on for dear life. Tornado DDT out of the corner. Joe rolls through. Another drop. Another blow to the back of Joe's head. Legs kicked out from under him. Naito working the two extremes. Lower leg and the upper brain pan. Oh, dropping Joe face first and now just trying to pull his head off, and that'll do it. Consistent work to the head and neck of Samoa Joe wore the big man down enough where Tetsuya Naito able to face lock the Samoan submission machine. Perhaps it's a bit of payback for Joe earlier hitting a Destino, and with a chin lock to the broken jaw of Samoa Joe, Tetsuya Naito has become the freelance champion in a 5-star classic. And that's just match number 3. Coming up next, in another preview of something we're going to see, or of a title match we're going to see in the second card that we're doing during this broadcast. Let me just see if I can figure out what that is by looking at my notes. No, based on... Okay, I didn't start the champions in the ring, so let's find out who the champions are that we're going to be featuring. Oops. Next month. Oop. Yeah, next match, please. Let me get it out of the way. Boop. Okay. As you see, Thomas Walker, Big Shane Taylor starting things off. This looks to be an Industry versus Los Ricos matchup. As you see there, Roosh, who will be challenging Tyler Bate for the GWA Junior Championship next month. There's the link I needed. He's teaming up here with Zeus and Shane Taylor to face the Industry team of what I'm going to assume is Tyler Bate, of course. Thomas Walker currently in the ring, and whom else but the anchor of the Industry, in my opinion, Matt Robinson. There you see him on the apron. Certainly Jack Howard, the heart and soul of the Industry, in action in our semi-main event tonight, or the first of our 2 double main events, if you will. Finally getting their shot to reclaim the GWA title after a year and a half with the MLW Championship, more than earning a shot at current GWA champion Will Ospreay, again in the first half of your double main event. As you now see more and more people getting involved, Thomas Walker and Matt Robinson joining Tyler Bate in their assault on Shane Taylor as Zeus and Roosh make their way all the way across the ring to help out their partner. A reminder, there are no countouts or disqualifications in the GWA. And when the GWA has to fly, be it domestically or internationally, we trust none other than Zan Travel. For all your travel needs, trust Zan. Bedlam here on the floor. Ref powerless to do anything about it until we get back, and we have settled things back to our legal competitors. In the industry corner, though, much to the chagrin of Shane Taylor, who mistakenly is trying to work over Tyler Bate and doesn't realize Matt Robinson is the legal man, gets a big kick to the back of the head. Resilience of Shane Taylor on display there as he's able to work his way to the corner and tag in Zeus. Only 5 minutes have gone here, and though there's been a little bit of foul play, I don't know if any of the wrestlers are too damaged so far to put either team in jeopardy quite yet. Nice fundamental Boston Crab there. And Matt Robinson in an attempt to wear down Zeus, another international superstar. Happy to be in their home country here in Japan at the sold-out Tokyo Dome. Now here's our preview of next month's title matchup as GWA Junior Champion Tyler Bate now in action here against Rouge, who's trying to game the system a little bit and throw Tyler off their game. Oh my goodness gracious me! Double underhook pile driver! 2! And his Los Ricos teammates allow Thomas Walker all the way across the ring to break up that pin. That could have been it if they played a little interference. Very interesting there. Early on in this contest, I guess they figured Bate would have still kicked out regardless. Very strange, as now Rouge against Matt Robinson are the two legal combatants, and this thing is spilled out to the floor again, little by little. See chairs come into play. No DQs or countouts outside of the ring. Our senior and only official, Mr. Bigfoot, powerless to do anything until Rouge and Matt Robinson return to the confines of our squared circle. Meanwhile, in this corner, right by our commentary tables, though, they are dishing out a beating back and forth. The action too fast and furious to call. You see a little bit of interaction between Rouge and Robinson. Got to get them back into the ring to render any kind of decision, though. A lot of damage being done as you see a double underhook pile driver to Thomas Walker on a chair by Rouge. Meanwhile, Matt Robinson is trying to pull Shane Taylor's arm off. Robinson at least is back in the ring, and now Rouge. This should settle things down. It looks like Los Ricos, no. I thought they may have been able to take advantage. And before all the combatants are even back and able to be tagged, we have provided, or each team has provided themselves with some fresh competitors, as now Thomas Walker and Shane Taylor are going at it. Walker getting the better of it so far. Shane Taylor here hoping to punch his way back into the swing of things, and that nice clothesline should help too. Thought he might have concussed the chest of Thomas Walker there, who smartly tags out Matt Robinson. But now we're back to Matt Robinson and Rouge, and that didn't go so well last time for either man as it spilled out to the floor right away. Oh, hello, SSD Ninja. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Whoa, high angle slam there from Rouge to Matt Robinson in the wrong part of town. Oh, big kitchen sink knee drop there from Robinson. Smartly cutting off the momentum of Rouge and keeping him in the industry corner. Rouge trying to fight his way free now. Matt Robinson doing everything he can to keep him on the industry half of the ring. Thinks he's figured it out. Oh, has no answer for that super kick, though. It's now Rouge, perhaps unwisely. Oh, may have lured Matt Robinson to the right part of town. Hey, Tyler, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good one as well. As you now see Zeus in there. Oh, getting ready for I don't even know what. Oh, a huge lariat out of the corner to Matt Robinson. Bit of new offense out of Zeus. I haven't seen them do that before in a match. That's pretty cool. Like a Western-style lariat out of the corner. Shades of Stan Hansen there from Zeus. As he tries a more traditional, well, nothing more traditional than a clothesline. As he tries a drop kick that time against Tyler Bate, who was content to slug it out with the powerhouse showing off in their native Japan, as we have sold out the Tokyo Dome. And they're delighted to see the jackhammer from Zeus. Oh, just too close to the ropes though. As you see Zeus's Los Ricos teammates eager to play interference there to ensure the victory. But now content instead to send once again the action spilling out to the floor where there are no disqualifications and no countouts. And these two factions do not like each other one bit. Huge air raid crash there to Tyler Bate. I'm trying to keep most of my attention focused on our two champions, our champion and challenger. As you see a Tyler driver there, impressive power to get Shane Taylor up for it. Tyler Bate, our GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion, and their industry teammates here facing Roosh, Tyler's contender, next month, the second card that we'll be broadcasting today. And their Los Ricos teammates in a preview of the action to come, and things are getting well out of hand. A huge tombstone to Thomas Walker on the floor from Roosh. Zeus is just thrown outside bodily by Matt Robinson. Meanwhile, Tyler Bate stands in the middle of the ring laughing. Roosh thrown back in. Your legal competitors are Roosh and Tyler Bate. No, maybe not. As things are still... No, I can't tell. No, it's not. It's Roosh and Shane Taylor. Oh my goodness me. See, when the action spills out so quickly, it's hard to keep track. I can for sure tell you it's Thomas Walker and Zeus now, though. As we surprisingly hit 20 minutes on this. I would have thought with how hard everyone is hitting and how often the action is spilled outside, we'd have had a conclusion by now. But battered and bruised, these bodies remain. Oh! Low blow there from Thomas Walker, who is very much, or not afraid at all to take a shortcut. Jackhammer dead center of the ring, unfortunately for Zeus. Poor ring positioning there. Probably wanted to try that on the other side of things. Hey, Charmscale, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Happy New Year to you, too. Hope you have some fun plans as much as you're able. Ushiguroshi here from Walker almost puts Zeus down. Put his teammates in to make the save once again. As a double team suplex there, aiming to get Walker out of the ring. Unsuccessful in doing so. Oh! Shane Taylor suffering another Ushiguroshi. And Thomas Walker, who remains on a bit of a roll, despite being outnumbered in the Los Ricos corner. Quickly retreating and tagging in former champion tag partner, Matt Robinson, and the two go to work on Shane Taylor. All right, now, Ogie, now that you have a promotion, can you go to Transfer Wrestler and then see your list of promotions and see anybody listed under retired, and then there should be like a box to the left side of everybody, and if you like check that box and then press on whoever is highlighted on the right side, you should be able to then pick which promotion you want to put them in. Don't worry, buddy. After we do this card, before I book the next one, since I have to do maintenance anyway, I'll run through the menu stuff, and maybe we can figure this out together. Shouldn't take more than a moment. Thanks for sticking with us. As we see fresh competitors once again in this matchup, these multi-person tag team matches can't go lower than half an hour, it seems, as we are 25 minutes plus. And champion and challenger squaring off. Roosh getting the better of that exchange. Both of these men taking the measure of the other. Oh, critical them! Oh my gosh! Roosh just knocked out Tyler Bate with a double underhook pile driver and then taunts his industry teammates. What does this mean for the title match next month? What a finish! Tyler Bate gets knocked out in the middle of the ring with a double underhook pile driver by his future challenger? Question mark? Roosh. More on this later as doctors evaluate Tyler Bate after that potential injury to end that one. Referee with no choice but to stop the match. And the show rolls on. Pause for editing. And the show rolls on. As Mark Andrews is set to defend their Stardom Junior Heavyweight Championship. This is our last match before intermission. Not that there's a real intermission, but I tend to book shows assuming there's an intermission after match 5. All right, a strange hush falls over the Tokyo Dome crowd after that one. 94% match evaluation, by the way. Wowzers. It seems like the key to doing really well, and I don't want to like spoil things, is either like, okay, fair enough, singles match could deliver, or it could just be okay. But it seems like these multi-person matches, the longer they go and the more people you involve, if they've got like decent movesets and are like, you know, fairly hearty and whatnot, they can put on a heck of a show for the fans, and we're more than happy to bring it to them, including several title matches each and every time GWA rolls out a new card. All right, now getting back to it, Mark Andrews, as we said, defending the Stardom Junior Championship. This is the second most prestigious junior title in the GWA, as I look at my sideways notes, are defending against Naomi, one of the newer competitors here in the GWA. Let's see what they can do in singles competition, having primarily participated in tag teams up to this point with the currently sidelined Willie Mack. And Willie Mack, we wish you the best out there. Let's see if Naomi can make Tyler Bate feel the glow, or if Mark Andrews. I'm still flabbergasted at that guy getting knocked out. If Naomi can make Mark Andrews feel the glow, Mark Andrews can put Naomi down with the shooting star press. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, you know what? I didn't even get water before this. If you'll pardon me for one moment, I'm going to leave the commentation station and go grab myself a little drinky poo. Be right back. Nobody get critical while I'm gone. Huge kudo driver there for Mark Andrews. Thank you for indulging me. I'm back with you. Followed up by Wheelbarrow Bulldog. Champion rolling here against Challenger. Not even 5 minutes deep. Coming back to some heavy-duty offense. Naomi trying to hang in there. That's not going to help. Osaka Pro Cutter there. As 5 minutes have passed. As you heard the announcer there. Beautiful head scissors. Champion. Very much able to keep, the Challenger off base to this point. Nice high impact Joshi slam there from Naomi. Oh! Mark Andrews ducked underneath a leapfrog. Ducked underneath a leapfrog somehow. Oh! And repeatedly spiking Naomi on her head. First with that Fisherman Buster, and then with that Poison Rana. No! Too close to the ropes, though. Naomi is able to tuck her foot under the bottom rope. And the pin attempt is thwarted, at least for now. But the Challenger is in a real bad way. The champion very much rolling. As Mark Andrews now slowing things down a little bit to work the arms of Naomi. Do another Joshi slam. A no count there. Not even a 1 from senior official, Mr. Bigfoot. Had to interrupt my sip of water. Signaling that Naomi is in worse shape than we thought. As we are not even 10 minutes deep into this one. It seems like the full momentum of the matchup firmly on the side of our Stardom Junior Champion, Mark Andrews. I hate to say it, but Naomi might not be up to the task of even hanging with the champion quite yet, still a relative newcomer to the GWA, especially as we said in singles competition. Let me look at this right here. I checked, by the way, we have enough juniors and heavyweights to run like 16-person tournaments. I wonder if I could do like a 32 one-person one-night tournament? I think we can go as high as 64. Let's see if we can do like a thing where we determine who's the wrestler on the whole roster. Just randomly assign people into a tournament bracket. Anyway, that future plans. Currently, Naomi's plans are being ruined by Mark Andrews. It's a beautiful shooting star press, but unfortunately too close to the ropes. Yet again, the only opportunity Naomi has gotten for herself has unfortunately been due to Mark Andrews' own poor ring positioning. And so far, Naomi not able to take much advantage. Slowly but surely, I don't know how much appealing to the crowd you need to do. Please focus on the champ. As I editorialize my commentary a little bit. Oh no, a Kudo driver is going to stop any momentum Naomi thought she had. And that'll do it. As we said, kicking out there at 3.75 is Naomi, well after the bell had sounded. And Mark Andrews successfully defends the GWA the Stardom Junior Heavyweight Championship after the Axe Guillotine driver and a bit of a disappointing showing out of Naomi. Back to the drawing board for the relative newcomer to the GWA. Oh, I don't know if I'm framed up anymore. Let's move over here. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright, let's save. Now that would have been intermission. I guess that's just like a title defense. There's still a hush over the crowd after poor Tyler Bate got spiked on his noggin and knocked smooth out. But we are back from intermission now, let's say, and we are in store for a GWA Tag Team Championship matchup. The champions, Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. Luchasaurus, by the way, has been a monster since losing to Aleister Black, critically two of the people to finish his matches in 2 out of his last 3 matches, I would say. And I think getting the rendering the decision in each of the last 3, like he specifically has been on a real rampage. And we'll see if that continues against the challenging team representing Camp Firefly. It's Camp Firefly leader Bray Wyatt and his right-hand man Darby Allin challenging Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. Let's get down to the ring and see how this one shakes out. Darby Allin probably going to start this one off. Bray Wyatt likes to, retreat to and spend a lot of time on the apron in these tag matches. Layers beyond layers to the psychological warfare of one Bray Wyatt. Meanwhile, we have a half-dead skater boy against a 65 million-year-old dinosaur to start things off as a Sasquatch referees. Nothing but the best of pro wrestling here as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle. We couldn't be happier to have you enjoying the GWA. Oh, let me get out of the way here. Luchasaurus establishing himself quite early against the much smaller Darby Allin. Luchasaurus starting things off for the championship combo of he and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne sort of taking Luchasaurus under his wing, if you can describe it as such, motivating the big man to return to his more violent ways, sort of step up his game, and step it up he has, as we mentioned, critically 2 out of his last 3 opponents. So, the emerging knockout king of the GWA, a survivor of 2 broken necks in his tenure here with our promotion, in there against Bray Wyatt, who has a superhuman capacity to absorb punishment and has one of the deadliest finishers in all of wrestling in the Mandible Claw. He can apply literally to anyone at any time. Don't open your mouth around Bray Wyatt or your match could be over in a heartbeat. As you see now, he's softening up the throat of Pete Dunne by just choking the man against the mat. Pete Dunne will be looking for that bitter end. Luchasaurus using a choke slam has a nice tail whip. There's an air raid crash variation as well. As you see, Darby Allin, Pete Dunne, the two smaller competitors in this matchup, are now facing one another across the ring. Momentum starting to swing to the corner of Camp Firefly. Pete Dunne doing his best to choke that off by getting Luchasaurus back in action against the much smaller Darby Allin. Luchasaurus there asserting himself with a big old headbutt, followed by a vicious clothesline. And that choke slam we talked about. And he criticals Darby Allin. 3 out of 4 matches now. Luchasaurus is just murdering people. And just like that, your tag team champions remain tag team champions. But we got a real problem going on tonight. That is the lowest rated match in GWA history, and Luchasaurus couldn't care less. Something has been unlocked in this man since coming back from the second broken neck that the entire locker room, nay, this entire promotion, may very well be on notice. Speaking of being on notice, Finn Balor very much noticed the attention that stablemate Penta El Zero M has recently been receiving as NXT champion, featured in very prominent positions on the card as we are trying to free the NXT title from our grasp. Unfortunately, for Penta and for our organization, his open challenge this month was answered by his stable leader Finn Balor, who is tired of playing second fiddle to his second fiddle. So they're going to settle things once and for all in the ring. Please don't knock anybody else out. Good gracious me. The last GWA broadcast of 2020 to this point certainly going out with something of a bang. If by bang you mean people being dropped on their heads and knocked out. Like bang, I don't remember what I did with the rest of my day. Bang, where did my vision go? Bang, why can't I feel my legs? Oh dear, oh dear. As you see Finn Balor here, electing to go full demon against Penta El Zero M, who shows no fear and a lot of pride with his gold outfit. Very proud champion is Penta, who, as we are very well aware, loves to finish things off in the 10 to 15 minute mark. If Finn Balor can survive until then and push it past that, we might easily see a new champion. But Penta, quite an efficient worker, tends to put his opponents away when he is of mind to do so. Conversely, on the other end of things, if things start going poorly for Penta, they also tend to go poorly rather quickly, and his matches end in defeat in that same 10 to 15 minute mark. As you see a very unique submission here, the man with zero fear. Finn Balor able to quickly break out of it though. We're in the opening moments of this championship contest. The NXT title on the line here. Normally we bring in outside talent, where outside talent answers the calls. In this case, Balor had been fed up. Penta El Zero M stealing his spotlight, as he put it. He feels as leader of Demon Club, these opportunities should be presented to him, and here he is challenging Penta to that very same NXT title. Little does Finn Balor realize, though, that once he, or should he become successful in becoming NXT championship, oh, sorry, I was distracted by that 1916. But Penta El Zero M just rolled through the finisher of Finn Balor. Finn Balor hoping to surprise Penta by that early application of his finishing hold. But Penta rolled through it and continues to fight on. What resilience for the champion. Very focused, very driven. Of one mind is Penta El Zero M. At least for those 10 to 15 minutes that he's working you over. Anyway, Finn Balor, I don't know if they realize that should they be successful in obtaining the NXT Championship in this contest. As you see, and out of the corner countered, Canadian Destroyer from Penta! Almost puts Finn Balor down! Then Finn Balor would not be champion and would not have to worry about the world of wrestling at large gunning for their belt each and every month, though there is probably an amount of pride associated with whatever fighter can hold a belt for as long as possible under those circumstances. A bit of a mixed bag here, a mixed blessing should you win the NXT title, because of course you're only going to be champion until we can get the belt off of you. Preferably to someone who doesn't work for us. Alright, Ogie, that's great to hear. Again, if you need any pointers or whatever, after we do this full card, I'm still willing to go back and show you all the edit menus and stuff, because I've been using this game, and like I've been familiar with this series of games for most of my life, so. And the menus have tended to be pretty much the same for most things. It's just nice to see them in English and not have to rely on a FAQ. And FAQ me! Finn Balor just gets planted with a cradle piledriver on the floor, but is immediately able to work his way through with those rolling elbows and get back into the ring, smartly getting some space, a little bit of time to catch his breath, knock the cobwebs loose. Finn Balor, both men now, absorbing the other's finisher, or one of their finishers. Haven't seen the Penta driver yet, knock on wood. But Penta earlier rolling through in 1916, and you see Finn Balor has been on the offense since getting hit with that package pile driver. Though that well-placed super kick from Penta seems to be changing things. Oh no, back and forth they continue to go. Oh, another 1916! Penta dropped on his head! Into the cover! 1, 2, no! Penta kicks. Checking the time, we're 11 minutes deep. Gut check time for Finn Balor. Penta's going to want to end this thing in the next few minutes. Look for him to to pull out all the stops in doing so. Rolls him up, victory roll! Victory roll! Victory roll proves victorious for Penta El Zero M. Oh my goodness gracious me, surprising his stable leader Finn Balor in retaining the NXT title. This can't sit well in and amongst that faction. Fans were highly entertained, but Finn Balor can't help but be furious after this result, losing to Penta El Zero M with a roll-up, a counter. All he was trying to do was pull his opponent back to his feet to inflict more punishment, and Penta El Zero M caught him. Successful defense of the NXT title, and he lives to fight another month, so we gotta find somebody in this great big old world of ours to come on down to the GWA and face Penta for that title next month. I wonder who we could bring in. Alright, coming up next, I think I just put this match together because oh no, this might be a preview. Oh, okay. Here's what I was thinking. It's fun when I do these, when I book the match, or when I booked the match a week ago. It's more fun when you forget, when you literally booked the match the night before, and you may have been distracted by all the sadness and happiness, just all the emotion in general. Anywho, next month we are going to see the Dragon Dojo Championship combination of, I think it's, yeah, Daichi Hashimoto, Jonathan Gresham, and Dragon Dojo leader Daniel Bryan, our 6-person tag team champions, essentially the GWA stable champions, will be facing Los Ricos. And 2 of those Los Ricos members, we don't know which 3 of the 5 will be facing the 6-person tag team champions next month, but in a bit of a preview, a potential preview of the action of next month, we have 2 of the 3 champions represented. Daichi Hashimoto and Jonathan Gresham are here. Daniel Bryan, by the way, is on assignment in, I think I sent him to DDT for this show, so he'll be with us next month. They'll seeing 2 potential opponents in AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio. So we got Ray J versus Daichi Hashimoto and Jonathan Gresham coming up next. Los Ricos versus Dragon Dojo, a preview, as I said, of our 6-person tag team championship matchup, which will be on the second card in the second half of this broadcast. Things starting off fast and furious with AJ Styles. Get ready to fly. Find out if Daichi Hashimoto wants none or not. Daichi Hashimoto, a master of the strike game. Looking to knock AJ Styles out with that dangerous DDT, first made famous by his father, Hall of Fame Japanese professional wrestler Shinya Hashimoto. First ballot Hall of Fame Puerto Rico star Shinya Hashimoto. as I see Jonathan Gresham and Rey Mysterio tagged in. Gresham, master of the octopus hold, loves to wear his opponents down and then put them down with a variety of submissions, most notably the octopus, and several variations thereof. You can apply it from virtually anywhere. Meanwhile, as we have banged on this drum for Rey's entire career here in the GWA, Rey Mysterio is legitimately one of, if not the best, counter wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. Probably him and Kurt Angle, you would think, countering things in the ankle lock. Meanwhile, No, I would put Rey well above Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle will counter things into the ankle lock. Rey Mysterio will counter things into a Hurricane Rana, into a victory roll, into a pinning predicament, into all sorts of moves. Tends to let its opponent bring the fight to him, trying to adapt his style to the GWA ring here, which is all about forward-facing action. As you see that strike contest there between Daichi and AJ. Nothing settled as they exchange some more blows. Punches there from Styles. As we pass 5 minutes now, arm wringer there from Hashimoto. Nothing really settled at all there as Daichi just works his way back to his corner and gets Gresham in the mix. Styles smartly able to get back to his Los Ricos partner, leader Rey Mysterio, as a matter of fact. Oh, going blow for blow and winning that strike battle with Jonathan Gresham. Nice splash out of the corner, but too close for a pin there. Too close for cover, let's say. Gresham smartly batters Rey to the mat and tags in the freshman Daichi Hashimoto, who slows Rey Mysterio down, trying to ground the smaller man, known for his amazing athleticism and durability. Is Rey Mysterio the biggest little man in the history of pro wrestling? Nice knee out of the corner, or off the ropes I should say, and able to do the job as Gresham just waiting on the apron patiently. This is a strategy we see out of both the Dragon Dojo for training purposes and from Camp Firefly leader Bray Wyatt. Tends to not help their teammates when they're in submissions or pinfalls until well into a matchup. Like, very much, you got yourself into this mess, you get yourself out of it. Sort of mentalities coming from both the leader of Camp Firefly and the entire faction of Dragon Dojo, to be honest, which is all about self-improvement. Originally formed, of course, as a bunch of training partners to counter the first faction in GWA when the industry formed. Nice series of offense here into the calf crusher. Give up. Didi Wanaga. I hope is it Didi Iwanaga? Pleasure to see you, regardless of whether or not I'm butchering your name, and I hope you're having a lovely day. My apologies, of course, if I got that wrong. As Daichi Hashimoto and AJ Styles squaring off once again. Wouldn't mind seeing this as a singles match, but don't know if I might need a title on the line or if there will eventually be one. Oh, trying to kick the tattoo right off the side of AJ Styles. Oh my gosh, what a vicious knee in the corner there. That's knee in the corner. AJ smartly tagging out and then throwing Daichi out of the ring. Just get a bit of a breather for himself. Oh no! Referee Mr. Bigfoot accidentally struck. As you see, they seem to be busted open as well. Thankfully, not a lot of dirty tactics. Well, he recovered into the cover. Two. Almost puts Rey down with that beautiful 630 senton out of Jonathan Gresham. I was too busy concentrating on the health of Mr. Bigfoot. As you see, they are busted open now. Don't worry, we'll get them patched up before the next match. But the blood flowing into the eyes of our senior official here might be a little slower to make counts. As you see a beautiful frog splash there from Rey in the wrong part of town. Hashimoto easily able to come in and break that pin attempt up. As Gresham locks on the octopus. Hashimoto runs interference. Oh, Rey able to escape. Oh, into the Gresham special. Oh, Rey kicks out at 2. That beautiful ground octopus rolling pin, the Gresham special, almost put Rey down. Amazing resilience shown by the best counter wrestler in the history of the industry, Rey Mysterio. We're once again back to AJ Styles and Hashimoto here. Oh, beautiful rolling clothesline. As AJ works Hashimoto back to the corner of his Los Ricos partner, Rey Mysterio. Off the ropes goes Hashimoto. Oh, just buries his knee into the face of Styles. But again, you see Gresham very slow to run interference, as Hashimoto's ring positioning necessitated a little bit of assistance there. Oh! Double enziguri? And then a 637 onto the back of AJ Styles. Gresham rolls into the cover. Hashimoto running interference. AJ at a 2.9. As we have passed the 15-minute mark, heading towards 20. Things are starting to heat up here, but AJ says this is it. Oh. All right, apparently he wants Rey to do something to Daichi Hashimoto as both teams tag up. Rey and Hashimoto now. Rey out of the corner with that splash into the cover, but again, all the action taking place on the Dragon Dojo side of the ring. Oh, again. Now that Jonathan Gresham realizes there's a potential for Hashimoto to actually be pinned for a 3 count, he's all too happy to help out his partner, especially when those pin attempts are occurring in his corner. You see saw a beautiful running knee strike there from Hashimoto, but unable to follow up with any significant offense. Oh, until that pounder bomb. Counter! Rey out at 2. As you saw Gresham running interference with AJ Styles, and then Gresham and Rey meet heads, which puts Rey down long enough to get a double stomp in the corner, and now Jonathan Gresham's fresh. In the corner of the Dragon Dojo, but able to fight free. Here comes AJ Styles. I wish there was like a hot tag mechanic. That would be cool. Oh, another rolling clothesline from the Phenomenal One. Gresham maintaining his composure and working Styles down to the mat. Rolls him up again. Got him! A leg roll into a pin clutch from Jonathan Gresham as he stares daggers at the back of Rey Mysterio. I think someone is trying to come for the claim of the title of the best counter wrestler or the best roll-up wrestler in all of wrestling. The Japanese leg roll clutch from Jonathan Gresham, securing the victory for 2/3 of your 6-person tag team champions representing Dragon Dojo. Jonathan Gresham and Daichi Hashimoto successful here against the Los Ricos combination of AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio. And what a win for Jonathan Gresham, pinning AJ Styles in the middle of the ring here in the Tokyo Dome in a 5-star classic, by the way. Okay, we have 2 more matches in our first card. So first, it is our semi-main event. As we mentioned, Will Ospreay, the current champion, will be facing Jack Howard, who earned this title shot by being MLW champion in the GWA for a 1.5 years of successful defenses before finally losing that title to a Rhino, I believe, of Impact Wrestling. They have more than earned themselves a shot at the GWA Heavyweight Championship Gold. So with no further delay, let me get out of the way and let's get on to our first, of 2 double main events, though technically the semi-main. Let's get down to the ring. The Hollywood Hunk, Jack Howard, the leader of the industry, against independent, as much as you can be independent in the GWA, independent wrestler Will Ospreay. Immediately into the rodeo stretch from Jack Howard, the Hollywood Hunk, wasting no time, employing that vicious and strange-looking submission maneuver that I've only ever seen him do. The unique offense of the Hollywood Hunk has led to a glorious career here, one of the first long-tenured GWA champions in our history. Brought a lot of prestige to that title in the early going, helped carry the promotion in its early days, and very much let that go to his head. Being the MLW champion for a 1.5 years of successful defenses has certainly done no favors to the ego of industry leader Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard. Reminder, the industry was formed in the first place because Jack Howard David Houston, Matt Robinson, and Thomas Walker. All four are entirely fictional wrestlers. They're the last four fictional wrestlers employed by the GWA, and they feel that they are the true foundation of what they deem the best promotion in the industry. So they're, to that effort, trying to lead the way here in the GWA. Jack Howard having the opportunity here against champion Will Ospreay to be crowned GWA Heavyweight Champion and lead the pack, so to speak, become the face of the promotion, ascend once again to the highest throne in the pro wrestling world, at least as far as this game of Fire Pro Wrestling World is concerned. As you see Howard slowing things down, not even 5 minutes gone. Seen a lot of offense out of the challenger, not as much out of the champion. Challenger pressing that advantage, trying to make sure that by the time the champion is ready to counter, it is far too late. Will Ospreay, by the way, are on the other hand of things, with a physics-defying moveset and an incredible capacity to absorb punishment, became champion by defeating the Monster, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. As you see once again that rodeo stretch employed by Jack Howard. Don't generally see it more than a few times in a match. Tends to go to their impact maneuvering rather than their submissioning maneuvering as things wear on. Will Ospreay, of course, will be looking to hit that Stormbreaker. And Jack Howard, I was about to say, has a package pile driver, and there it is! Into the cover, 1, 2! Will Ospreay out at 2. Remaining your GWA champion for now, as he's now TKO'd by Jack Howard. Too close to the ropes that time. Will Ospreay might have wanted to roll out. Oh, and Jack Howard assists him. I was going to say Ospreay might wanted to have rolled out to save themselves a little bit of trouble and get a little distance from Jack Howard, but Jack Howard has since closed it and then bodily hurled Will Ospreay against the ropes, who retaliates with a Robinson special, and then starting to whip Jack Howard into the ropes, but you can see that the 8 minutes of cumulative damage has done far more to Will Ospreay than it has Jack Howard. His punches and kicks not hitting quite as hard as the challengers at this moment. Off the ropes he goes. Oh, beautiful big boot to the side of the head of Will Ospreay into a rounding clothesline. And now just into a sleeper. Must have heard my comment about him not using submissions. I don't think I've seen Jack Howard use that simple sleeper before. Doing everything he can to take the breath away from Will Ospreay. Take his breath away. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, a huge main event spinebuster there from Jack Howard, and this your first of 2 mains into the cover. Ospreay out at 2 again, but the champion's got to get rolling or this thing isn't going to last much longer. Up top goes Ospreay. Shooting star press, just like that. Howard able to absorb the punishment, though, and continue the onslaught. Oh, fall away slam into the corner from the Hollywood Hunk. Another huge spine buster. Jack Howard wearing himself down, whooping on the champion at this point. Huge clothesline to the back of the head to Will Ospreay. And in this commentator's opinion, the GWA Championship, or his championship reign, is in trouble, especially following that huge brainbuster there, but Howard unable to follow up as quickly as he'd like. Ospreay now trying to fight from underneath. Oh, losing that exchange to that rolling clothesline from Howard. All the momentum in the favor of the challenger. Standing Spanish fly from Ospreay. Into the cover. 1, 2. Thought he'd surprised Howard there. Just a 2 count. Here comes that diving fist drop to the ding-ding. Both men jockeying for position in the corner. Now Ospreay getting tied up. Howard looking to work those legs. Oh! Tried that butterfly with a bridge, but the wrong part of town. A little confusion here on the part of the challenger. Unable to get that brainbuster off. Seems stunned. Here comes Ospreay off the ropes. Front flipping DDT. 1, 2. No! Howard kicks out! It's the Essex Destroyer, I believe that's called. The Essex Destroyer, unable to put Howard down. Poison Rana by the champ. Osprey's rolling now. Stormbreaker attempt. Nails it. Howard gets up. Butterfly with a bridge. 1, 2, 3. Jack Howard is the new GWA champion. Kicks out of the Stormbreaker, immediately locks on a butterfly suplex with a beautiful bridge. And Jack Howard, the Hollywood hunk, once again atop the GWA mountain as our heavyweight champion. Ba-boom! Oh yeah, I didn't make any alterations to my notes yet. Whoops, I'll do that next. All right, now an emotional main event here in the Tokyo Dome, as we've invited New Japan Pro Wrestling's IWGP Heavyweight Champion Jay White to be in our main event and defend that title against Mr. Brody Lee. I don't think I need to say much more than that. Let's go ahead and get to the ring to see how this plays out. It's a win-win for Brody. Either he wins the title or he helps to put somebody over. I think he'd been thrilled either way. And to see the power of Brody Lee on display there early on, just bowling Jay White over. Switchblade Jay White, originally from New Zealand, cut his teeth as a young boy in New Japan and then was sent on excursion to North America, where they spent a lot of time with the Ring of Honor before returning to New Japan Pro Wrestling and ascending to the main event scene. Mr. Brody Lee, of course, successful career on the independents before landing a job with WWE and then AEW before their untimely passing just this past week. We're honoring them as best we can by providing them an opportunity to entertain, at least in video game form, one last time here in the GWA. And we're thrilled to have them. As the belt on the line here is not affiliated with our promotion, it is the New Japan Championship, which is essentially the IWGP title, as currently held by Jay White, being contested by Mr. Brody Lee, who, in our wrestling universe, is an independent wrestler in the North American scene. So should he be successful at becoming IWGP champion, it is New Japan's prerogative to start booking their champion for shows. We have nothing to do with it. As you see the action spilling out to the floor here. There are no countouts or disqualifications on the floor around the GWA ring. It usually takes competitors some time to get used to the size and scope of the GWA ring. Brody Lee, a former competitor on our roster before we parted ways amicably. Well, before he quit, but that's fine. And Jay White here, their first appearance in the GWA, may take a little longer to get used to the, I don't want to say constraints, just the dimensions of our particular squared circle. As you see both men now in the center of the ring, back and forth they go. Brody Lee obviously going to get the better of that. The power advantage firmly on the side of the Exalted one. As off the ropes he sends Jay White again. Nice back body drop. Oh, a complete shot there from White. Hit pay dirt. Brody Lee pops right back up. IWGP champion Jay White. Oh, gets Falcon arrowed. Brody Lee doing the deal. Jay White again looking for pay dirt. For Brody Lee shrugging it off again. Huge rolling lariat into the cover. Right. Too close to the ropes. Jay White just hanging on. Follows it up with a second neck-shattering lariat. Oh, switchblade! Into the cover! Too close to the ropes again. It's much easier to go east-west in these rings than it is to try to orient yourself north-south, as both Brody Lee and Jay White are discovering, or remembering, depending on their individual perspective. Another huge Dark Order rolling lariat from Brody Lee, but out on the floor. And then a switchblade in response. Back and forth they go. Not holding anything back. Oh, a huge double arm suplex. Would have thrown Jay White halfway across the ring had it been inside. Counters with a Death Valley driver. Both men going for it all on the floor. Let's see what they can follow it up with in the ring. Jay White sent it to the corner. Huge clothesline from Brody Lee. Into rolling fisherman suplexes from Jay White. Ending with a buster. Brody Lee's up first, but he's dazed. Jay White now trying to fight their way back into this thing to get to an even keel. Oh, Dr. Boom! 2, 3! Brody Lee is the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion! Well, that put a big old smile on my face. The Dr. Bomb strikes gold from Mr. Brody Lee, your new IWGP champion. All right, that was the main event of our first show. See you down the road, buddy. As we end the event. Okay, let me see here. I can make my notes as they reveal the information to me. Okay, let me get my clipboard. Legit clipboard. Okay, so our GWA champion is Jack Howard. Oh dear. He will be insufferable now that the industry is once again in possession of the richest prize in pro wrestling. That's right. Brody Lee of Free Agent North America won the New Japan belt. They sure did. Oh yeah, Naito won the GWA title. Or sorry, won the freelance title. From Joe. That's right. Let me update my list of champions. T Naito. Anybody else? That was it. All right. 67,000 strong in a 60,000 seater. There is no bigger venue, but thank you for your vote of confidence. Oh, meanwhile, Jimmy Conda of Dragon Gate won the Dragon Gate belt. Good, nobody else won belts. Yeah, we barely made any money. That's okay. I didn't make any merchandise, I don't think. I don't think I sold a thing. I think I literally forgot to make merchandise. Let me check my detailed informations. Broadcast stuff, sponsor stuff, ticket gate. Yeah, ticket price attendance, 0 merchandise sales. Yeah, didn't make any merch. Didn't sell a thing. You dum-dum. Still made $500,000 at the gate. Went to the Tokyo Dome, sold it out, didn't even bring him a t-shirt. That's hilarious. Well, we'll not make that mistake again. I guess I was a bit distracted booking the show last night. Oh, here we go with another offer. All right, let's check out our new TV offer. The last one we got was terrible. It was not a lot of money and for like a long term and just awful. Must not dismiss 2 or more wrestlers, $200,000 every month. A 9-month term. Sure. I'm not going to fire people. Okay, Scorpio wants some money. This is usually a list. Let's do this. Scorpio and Penta, hey? Oh dear. Scorpio, Penta. Anybody else? Darby Allin. I'm really glad that nobody got hurt after all these criticals, by the way. Roman Reigns. We are paying you all peanuts. Or, you know, as little as we can get away with. Okay, so Ogie Oglethorpe, if you're still in the chat, if you're having any issues or further issues, did you want me to go through the menus for edit mode and how to transfer people out of retired into promotions or anything like that, or you think you got it? Just hit me up in chat while I'm booking this stuff, and I'll have no problem saving it and backing out. Okay, let's do our management first. Good to do our monthly repairs. Great username, by the way, Ogie. I don't know, do many people understand that it's the hockey player reference, or? I guess it depends on the average age of people you're talking to. All right. We have room for 52 wrestlers on our roster. I don't think we need to worry about any of that right now. We got a fresh slate of merchandise to produce. We'll worry about that. Let's check our current contract. Okay, we're getting 3 hundo a month, Must perform an event every month. This one's a shorter term, but it's 200 grand instead of 300 grand. It's still national. So that's the important bit. It's slightly less money, but it's not even a full year. So we can just change to something else after. I don't even know if we're changing networks. This might all be a negotiation ploy. Alright, I like to save after every little thing as well. Our scouts are still out. We got a bunch of people, but I always like to look for more. I don't know if Mean Drunk Robert Moore is a real person. I don't think so. But I'm glad that somebody out there... Brainbuster Lariat! What is even that? That sounds awesome. Brainbuster Lariat. Let's go look. One quick second. There we go, Mr. Brody Lee with their representation currently of the New Japan title. Right there. That's awesome. Okay, I'm kind of looking for a junior heavyweight. Junior heavyweight, I think. I got 48 peeps. I have 22 juniors. I have 26 heavyweights. Yeah, let's do another junior. I'm just kind of looking if anybody's names kind of just pops out at me. I used to go for like specific style, specific stats, etc., etc. Now who cares? It's not going to hurt my promotion to have like one outlier, like one person that does showman style. It's all about getting in the ring and proving yourself anyway. I just alphabetized everybody, so I'm just going down a little bit. See if anybody stands out. I had previously thought about hiring Natalia because she was King's Road style and fairly cheap and has a B popularity in America. Plus, we need more ladies on the roster. Who do we have? I think we only have like 4. Solo Darling, Hikaru Shida, Naomi, and Tony Storm, I believe are only our 4 only females. Let's give Natalia a shot. Oh, actually, let's save first, even though I probably already did, but I tend to be quite anal retentive about that sort of thing. Alright, so free agent North America. Solid addition to the junior division. Let's give it a shot. Here you go, $10,000 bonus. Welcome to the team. Happy to have you. Okay, now we've hired somebody, we can go ahead and start booking our event. First thing I like to do is invite somebody from somewhere else to come take on this NXT title. Because we got... Oh wait, first thing I need to do actually, before any of that, human resources, consultation. Let's talk to the people that are concerned about their money. Xavier Woods is going to be on a training expedition for 2 more months. Let me make a note of that. Sent them to Japan to learn some new stuff. Let's see, who wanted money? Scorpio Sky wanted money. There you go. Oh my gosh. You are vastly underpaid, Scorpio Sky. Penta El Zero M wanted money. Because why wouldn't you? If you have to keep putting people over or whatever. Oof. Penta's making bank. I always try to give like the best raise I can. Darby Allin. Darby Allin, who almost broke his neck. Barely making scratch. There you go. My word. And Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Change salary. I'm going to go 39 because 45 is a heck of a jump. There you go. Got to keep him happy. Alright, that was all the salary concerns. I can now go and find some independent or outside talent to come in and challenge our very own Penta El Zero M for the NXT title, as we were trying to get it out of our promotion and get it elsewhere. Alright. Oh, look at all these things. I see. Alright. I don't think anyone from AEW is going to come visit because they hate us. It would be fun though if I could bring in Cody and have him fight Penta El Zero M or something like that. Before I could bring in Kenny. You want to come in, Kenny? Their parent company cut off ties with us, so I doubt they can even open negotiations, but I will pay $200,000 to bring Kenny Omega to the show. I'll try. Nah. There's no intention to participate in the match. Is not there a problem with the affiliation with your... Yeah, they hate us. They hate us. All right. Who likes us? A lot of the Japanese promotions like us because we're nice to them. Oh, let's bring in Yuji Hino. With its not safe for work finishing move. All right, let's see if Yuji Hino wants to come in. Ooh, baby, let's do it. Yeah, Yuji Hino in from All Japan Pro Wrestling. The effing bomb, as I will call it. Okay. And I wish them luck. What a boost to NXT would be to have Yuji Hino as champion. Just imagine him on your Wednesday night television. Okay, let me save there. And I have a bunch of title matches all set up. Whoops, 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 whoops. Do not want to quit. No, thank you. Let us book our events. Normal, normal, normal. We'll keep Sasquatch in charge. We're going to go back to America, though, to fill our arena, which is 65,000 strong. Usually I can do it at about $60 a pop. I'm going to try to at least sell it out at 60, see if we can push to 80, and eventually, if we can sell out a 65,000 seat arena and charge $100 a ticket, that's a $6.5 million gate just getting people to show up. That more than covers all. That's 10 times our expenses. Anyway, well, that doesn't, or I think that already counts all the talent because we pay everybody every month. All right, let us configure ourselves some title matches, shall we? Starting with the GWA Junior Championship that we saw the competitors for. He's insisting on defending the title, is Tyler Bate, despite his neck being in that condition. He says he's good to go. Let's see what happens, because he's facing Roosh. They had it then dropped him on his head. And your main event, much to the chagrin of the town, it seems. Okay, what else we got? 6-person belts. Yeah. 6-person belts. Facing 3 of these 4 peeps. So AJ for sure. AJ for sure. I think I want to go Ray J, and then I want to go one of these 2. One of these 2. Who's in better condition? Zeus. Better popularity? Zeus. Let's go Zeus then. Okay, there's our 6-person championship bill, or match. Yes, the Stardom Championship. Aleister Black. Roman Reigns. We just got a nice pay bump. There you go. Main event talent, making main event money. Bringing people to the show. More titles on the line. Toni Storm. We didn't see this previewed, not even a little bit, because Solo Darling was hurt, or she was too injured to compete, so we didn't really bother. Like, you saw a little bit of it with the Fireflies versus the Demon Club, if that even happened. But if it didn't, you still have Solo Darling against Toni Storm for the Freelance Junior Championship. I think that's our first female versus female solo, or female versus female singles match, by the way. And then what else do we have? We have the NXT title on the line. Penta Zero M. Here to face Yuji Hino. Okay. Here to face Yuji Hino. And then we have one more title match. We have the GCW Championship. Usually in the first match, so I'm just going to put it there. Brock Lesnar. Oh wow, look at this. I wonder if the position is indicative of the prestige of the belt. Okay. Against, usually I just go random. Wait, who's new? Who do we just hire? Oh, we just hired Natalya. There's no way I'm putting Natalya in there against Brock Lesnar. Not on her first night. Brock and Walter? Who's feeling good? Here we go. Here's a good test. Brock versus Karrion Kross. I have yet to see a ton of stuff out of Karrion Kross. So, that's a good test for you. Alright, so we have 4 matches to fill. Yeah, 4 matches to fill. Could be anything. Well, we're at least going to do one 6-person. So let's look at our stables here. And we have a new stable, our new champion, Jack Howard. Let's do champion Jack Howard. Let's continue the feud for a bit. We don't really do much of that. Matt Robinson, Thomas Walker. And on this side, we'll put Will Ospreay, who just had that singles match against him and lost the title against, and they've previously been associated with our tag team champions. So let's put Pete Dunne and Luchasaurus back on the team with Will Ospreay as a little 6-person action to continue that feud. Now let's do a tag team match. Don't worry, after I book all 10 matches, I rearrange them in order on the card and stuff like that, so they're not all these multi-person matches won't be lumped together and so on and so forth. Okay, how's everybody feeling? Good. Nice to have Coda back. Let's put Coda somewhere. Oof. She is roughed up. Okay. Bay's doing okay. Willie Mack's feeling better. That's good. Naomi's feeling alright. She didn't actually do too much in that match that she unfortunately lost, so I think we can get her right back into action. These two we've teamed up a few times, mostly because they're styles match, or in my opinion they do at least. And let's see, who would hire Wardlow in the GWA? Dalton Castle would have hired Wardlow in my GWA. There we go, like smarmy heel Dalton Castle with Wardlow as his heavy. Alright, let's take that for a little bit of a spin. Another 6-person tag, because we love them. Haven't seen the North in action in a bit, so let's put Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, and Sami Callihan together. Like an Impact team against... Sure, Tetsuya Naito. Why do you have a D Trust and you won a belt? That's wild, against Tetsuya Naito. Let's put him in there with Kota Ibushi. And let's put him in there with... let's see. Marufuji. Haven't seen them in a little bit. Marufuji. One last match, and it's what we're going to use to try to debut Natalya. See if we can do a singles match, and then I'll just take the price down if I can't fill the thing. Natalya! Well, that's fun. I appreciate when they do 4 full costumes, representing different aspects of somebody's career, against David Houston! I think. Who's the most popular... Is there an S popular... junior heavyweight that we can put her in there with? Let's do David Houston. Representing the industry. Oh, we're so close! Look at that, we're so close! We are less than 100 away. Okay, so David Houston is a B popularity. Can we at least have an A popularity? If I put you against Finn Balor. Full house. There we go. Okay, so this is our least important. No offense to Finn Balor, but this is our least important match because it's a debut. It's kind of just here it is. And I don't mean like a here it is driver. It's just sort of here. So let's see. Let's try to put the... Here's where I gotta rearrange the card just for myself, primarily. So let's do this to start with because I want that at intermission. And then let's do... put Finn Balor, Natalya right before that as the debut. And then in the first half of the card we can put... Or in the second half of the card here... Well, first off, let's change this to this. Yeah, we have 3 6-person tags. This should be higher because they're a lot more prestigious. Oh, so no, that's for the... Okay, yeah, okay. I'm trying to get these teams right. Not the 6-person team, the other 6-person matches. These ones. Okay, I'm not going to do 6-person right before the start. I'm on though. Okay. Like so. There we go. Okay, so we start with GCW title, tag match, 6-person match, singles match, GWA 6-person title match. So the first half of the show, not as many title matches, and then we come back from break and we got 4 out of the 5 are title matches. I think that's a pretty well booked card, all things considered. Now, can you pull it forward? No. Okay, I can sell out this football stadium at a $60 price tag now. You got it. And all we had to bring in was Yuji Hino. Ah! Cancel, cancel, cancel. Wrong button. Confirm match card, please. Phew. Okay. Then we go down to save. And now we do merchandise, which we forgot to do last time. We have 65,000 people showing up. I'm going to make 20,000 snacks. I'm going to make 3,000 masks. Regular goods. I'm going to make 10,000 of these. I don't know what it is, like stickers, mugs, other little things. Real limited action figure run. 3K on this. Let's do 5 on the photos. Let's do 5 on the towels. Let's do 10,000 t-shirts. See how that works? We tend to sell out of these things, and I don't like to push how many I do every month, just because I don't want to be left with like 30, because I don't know. I don't like to worry about it too much. I just like to set it and forget it type of deal. Whereas, you know, I don't want to have to worry about merchandise carrying over from one month to the other, and what should I do with this or with that? Because like you can't. Some stuff you have to scrap in between shows. Some stuff like snacks obviously aren't good for 2 months in a row, etc., etc. All right, what I also want to do is see if we can mend some fences. New Japan loves us, so we can send them friends of ours. Okay, I don't want to send them anyone that actually like has a title, but would you like to, would Chris Bay like to go to New Japan? Aw, New Japan has no interest in Chris Bay. That's rude. That's rude. How about you? There we go. Bray Wyatt's gonna go wrestle in New Japan. What's going on, Uwu? Happy to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good day. Alright, all these people hate us. DDT's okay. Hates us, hates us. Everyone down here likes us. All of our main competitors hate us. Oh, Happy New Year's Day to, or Happy New Year's Eve day to you too. Alright, that's enough lending friends. We hired somebody. We did our human resources. I think we're good. We can proceed to our second of 2 shows. Alright, fingers crossed that Yuji Hino shows up. There's no travel issues or anything like that. And away! Halfway through another year. By the way, this is our 26th week of the GWA and Fire Pro, so that's 6 months of fantasy booking dream matches. Can't say I ever would consider this a dream match though, but we're about to see it nonetheless. The GCW champion, Brock Lesnar, is about to defend their title against the somewhat disappointing Camp Firefly member, Karrion Kross. Let's just run down to the ring and see how this goes. See if it's more than a warm-up for Brock Lesnar, much like the match against Wardlow was last month. Wardlow not even on this card. Staying home to tend to their injuries after being defeated with their own finishing maneuver, the F10, out of Brock Lesnar, who normally settles for an F5. Nice bulldog there from Karrion Kross. We'll be looking to hit that murder backdrop, or the backdrop driver, and lock on a sleeper. Building up to a big old sleeper hold. Brock Lesnar, of course, as we have discussed, will hit you with that F5 after suplexing the bejesus out of you. And if he's bored with that, he can lock on a key lock, a variety of submissions that he learned at his time in mixed martial arts in the UFC. Plenty of offensive weapons, almost too many for the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. Here in our opening contest, defending their GCW title, the opening belt, ranked here at the GWA. the Java title, the Get the Crowd Hyped title, that all-important opening matchup. Beautiful overhead German. Amazing resilience there from Cross to roll right through. Can't say the same for his reaction to that gut wrench that Brock followed it up with. Been all Brock to this point. Suplex after suplex. Kind of hitting Karrion Kross with one of each to this point. Oh, and a suplex of his own. That Karrion Kross.
Gone.
Content to slug it out now are the two gentlemen. Karrion Kross surprisingly getting the better of Brock in that exchange. Nice over the hip toss. And another suplex. Over goes Brock Lesnar. Taking a lot of Karrion Kross though to get the big man over. Ooh. Meanwhile, Brock has suplexes for days, excuse me. As he shows off. Plenty left in the tank of Brock Lesnar, as he's now just throwing Karrion Kross around. Nice back body drop there from Kross, trying to work his way back into this one. Picking his spots carefully. Oh! But then turn around into that key lock from Brock Lesnar. Beautifully done from the former MMA champion and current GCW champion. Oh, clubbing blow to the face from the Beast Incarnate. Trying to set up Karrion Kross for that F5. Wearing the challenger down with suplex after suplex. Like that beautiful overhead belly to belly. Brock getting a little winded. Has been throwing Karrion Kross around the ring now for about 10 minutes. Karrion might seize the opportunity to try to get back into this one with some suplexes of his own. Oh, into the sleeper from Karrion Kross. This is his big finish. Here he goes. Brock Lesnar fights free. Snap suplex there from Kross. Explosive power. Might aid in getting the larger Brock Lesnar over. Kross getting countered. Oh, now deeply hooks in that key lock, extending that with leg scissors across the neck of Kross. Kross amazingly able to escape. I thought they may have done it. Senior official, Mr. Bigfoot, in perfect position to render the submission, should that have been the case. Oh no, Mr. Bigfoot goes down for the second time in as many shows. The referee gets hit during a match. Don't worry, we will patch them up in between matches. But for now, the blood flowing into the face of the referee might slow down their reaction time. Suplex counter there by Karrion Kross, who now trying to keep Brock in the center of the ring. Brock will be content to work towards the rope so he can suplex you over them to the floor. Where, as we remind you, there are no countouts or disqualifications in the GWA. Anything goes when you're down there. That's why Brock likes to toss his opponents down there so you can have more fun. And a key lock out of Karrion Kross! What's good for the goose might be good for the gander! But Brock breaks free. Another snap suplex out of Karrion Kross, who is hanging in there against the Beast Incarnate. Brock Lesnar, your current GCW champion, planting Karrion Kross with a huge powerbomb into a deep leg hook. 2, 3. Brock Lesnar weathering a bit of a storm there, as Karrion Kross got some offense in after the 10-minute mark, but the cumulative damage that Brock Lesnar afflicted to Karrion Kross, more than enough to defend the GCW Heavyweight Championship in Karrion Kross's best match in his GWA career. Or perhaps the crowd just really likes watching Brock Lesnar suplex people. Either or. It works for me as we start off hot. A 5-star opener. Let's see how... Oh, wait, Wardlow is on the show. Let's see how we follow that up. Wow, I literally just booked this, and I forgot that I put Wardlow and Dalton Castle together. Coming up next, my favorite brand new tag team that I love and will never forget, Dalton Castle and Wardlow, against Willie Mack and Naomi. Willie Mack returning to action after a bit of a sore neck that kept him off last month's card. Naomi unsuccessful in a title match last month, returning to tag team competition with her regular partner Willie Mack here. Dalton Castle and Wardlow, a new combination. Dalton Castle seems to have acquired the services of one Wardlow. Let's see if that pays dividends for Dalton. Quick to send Willie Mack to the floor, but Wardlow just waited on the apron, so I don't know if Dalton was expecting immediate return on his investment there. We start off with Dalton Castle and Willie Mack. Good to see you back, Willie Mack. We'll be looking for that chocolate thunder bomb or the stunner. Dalton Castle will be looking to hit the jeepers. I forget the bangarang. Excuse me. I keep forgetting that term. I was like, it's a thing from Hook, and it's not Rufio. But well, it's what he says. It's bangarang. Naomi, of course, has that submission move, the Feel the Glow, or can knock you out with the rear view. Wardlow, of course, uses that F10. The only time we've seen an F10 in the GWA so far is when Brock Lesnar hit Wardlow with one and pinned him in the opening contest of last month's show. You see Wardlow in action for the first time in this tag match. I would imagine his services would have been steeply discounted, which was why Dalton Castle is able to afford them. Not the best first impression from Wardlow. Trying to make an impression on the face of Naomi with those vicious strikes. Ducks the clothesline. Does Naomi. Takes Wardlow over and then works her way to her corner to tag in Willie Mack. Giving an interesting strategy here to try to keep Wardlow off balance, as he is very much the power option for Dalton Castle's team. Naomi and Willie Mack, I would describe more of all-arounders more than having one specialite. Jacks of all trades, masters of none. Dalton Castle has an extensive amateur wrestling background that you might see come into play with a number of submission maneuvers or counters during the course of the matchup. Of course, looking to finish his opponents off with that bangarang, which in this game is represented as something of a pump handle slam. See if I can't find us a created proper version of bangarang at some point to insert into the moveset to replace that. Actually, let me make a note of that. I'll just make a note that says bangarang, and I'll know what it means. Bangarang. Smart quick tags on the part of Naomi and Willie Mack, resulting in that beautiful double enziguri to the head of Dalton Castle. Has no choice but to get Wardlow back involved. Excellent work by Mack and Naomi to this point, keeping the new team of Wardlow and Dalton Castle at bay as we approach 10 minutes. Nice delayed suplex there from Wardlow, the new hire of Dalton Castle. Dalton's muscle. Oh, vicious clothesline there. Naomi calmly, though, sends Wardlow into her corner. Trying to subdue the big man so she can get a tag into Willie Mack. Not to be so far. Oh, just bodily thrown to the canvas there. Oh, and the opposite side of the ring goes Naomi now. Nice running lariat across. But unfortunately, the wrong part of town for Naomi. Oof. Wardlow going to work now. Huge spine buster there. Follows it up with a second in a row. Tags out to his employer, Dalton. Bit of miscommunication. Allows Naomi to make a tag, though. Got some kinks to iron out. To Dalton Castle and Wardlow and their burgeoning relationship here. Meanwhile, small package, but Naomi in, of course, to break it up as Wardlow too busy recovering on the apron. And then able to redeem himself on a follow-up powerbomb attempt. There's the chocolate thunder bomb. Wrong corner though, as Wardlow in to save his employer. Wrist clutch exploder there. And now Wardlow is going to face off against Willie Mack. Dalton in a hurry to get out of the ring after that. Oh, spikes Willie Mack with the Uranagi off the ropes. And then just pulls him back of the head first to the mat. Nice hip toss. Willie Mack with an exploder now. Oof. No time to flex, Wardlow. Or maybe that helped that clothesline get stronger. As he is now hammering away on the carcass of Willie Mack. Oh. Able to escape with a kick to the ding-ding, and in comes Naomi. Naomi and Wardlow now, your legal competitors. Off the ropes we go. Rear view to the bush. Into the cover for Naomi. Dalton Castle to make the save. Willie Mack unable to run interference. Too far from their corner. A second review, center of the ring. Similar situation though, this time Dalton able to break it up at 1. Wardlow barely hanging on here against Naomi. Oh, huge powerbomb could make a difference. As he quickly tags out to Dalton Castle. Now an assisted version of the same powerbomb. See what Dalton does with this advantage. Hair grab bulldog. Jericho styles. Naomi fighting her way free. Dalton try to keep her down. Oh, nice suplex there. Dalton says this is it. Oh, Naomi counters and stays in the ring. Drop toe from Dalton Castle. But if you notice, slowly but surely, they're moving to the Naomi Willie Mack side of the ring, and now she sees her opportunity and tags. Willie Mack in now. Double enziguri to the head of Dalton Castle. Drags him away from the ropes. Spin kick to the back of the head. Dalton desperately trying to get up and away. Manages to suplex Willie Mack and scramble back to the corner. In comes Wardlow. Wardlow and Willie Mack exchanging strikes in the center of the ring. Super kick from Willie Mack puts the exclamation point in his argument. Into the cover. 2. Dalton able to break it up. Willie Mack leg lariated Wardlow in the chest, and he just absorbed it. Followed up with a clothesline of his own. As we approach 20 minutes, Willie Mack goes up top. Huge frog splash to the back of Wardlow. Unable to make the cover. Boom, big old spine buster from Wardlow. Gotta flex it out. Of course, he'd be looking to hit that F10. Oh, nice! Counter stunner from Willie Mack. Gets Naomi in fresh. Enziguri to Wardlow. Beautiful dropkick from Naomi. One of the most purely athletic female competitors to hit the scene in quite some time. Oh, chin crusher. Don't know what Naomi had an idea for to follow up with. But Wardlow counters and gets recountered. Choke slam into an arm whip. Thanks to Naomi. Wardlow retreats to the safety of his corner and tags in Dalton Castle. Oh, wrist clutch exploder 98. Drags her away from the ring. Thought he might go for a cover there. Not to be. Repeated shots to the back of the head of Naomi. Back and front. Elbow after elbow. Back and forth they go. Dalton wins with the clothesline. Puts her down with a kick to the midsection. Into the cover. Willie Mack. Oh! Willie Mack tried to break it up and couldn't. He missed. Tried to break up the pin and couldn't. Meanwhile, Naomi was worn down enough for Dalton Castle and Wardlow to be successful as in their debut as a tag team. Wardlow stopping Willie Mack's attempt to break up that pin, paying dividends for Dalton Castle and his new employee, picking up the win against Willie Mack and Naomi. A disappointing return for Willie Mack, I am sure. Coming up next, though, more non-title action. Most of our non-title matches are in the front half of this card. More non-title action, as Tetsuya Naito, what are you, Tetsuya? Our freelance heavyweight champion, is teamed up with a couple friends to take on... Oh, he's teamed up with Kota Ibushi and Naomichi Marufuji, by what I mean by a couple of friends, to take on Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, and third person to be determined. My memory is amazing. I know it's the North. Oh, and it's Sami Callihan. Okay. Josh Alexander, Ethan Page, Sami Callihan against Tetsuya Naito, Naomichi Marufuji, and Kota Ibushi. Let's see how this one pans out. It actually works out as 2 heavyweights and a junior, and I didn't even do that on purpose. On each team. Starting off early here are Josh Alexander, the walking weapon, has that vicious looking, jumping, like spinning tombstone pile driver. As a finish, Tetsuya Naito obviously uses Destino. Tagging into Kota Ibushi very quickly, former New Japan champion in this league, former GCW champion here in the GWA, multi-time champion, I believe. Looking for the Kamigoye knee strike to put his opponents down, but he also has the Golden Star Powerbomb and the Stardust Press. A lot of these athletes with multiple ways to finish their opponents, constantly evolving and keeping the competition on their toes. Now you've seen Marufuji tagged in for the first time. Golden Trigger! And you heard them yell it out, Golden Trigger there. Though that sounded suspiciously like the voices of Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega. Ethan Page quickly tagging out after that Golden Trigger. See Sami Callihan now in there against Naomichi Marufuji. I always question how wise it is of Marufuji to wear that tape on their shoulders. Very clearly a bullseye for their opponents. Nice sliding D there, the sliding elbow strike to the side of the head by Sami Callihan there. Trying to rattle the Puro veteran, Naomichi Marufuji. Big DDT from Callihan now. Oh! And then a sliding shot. Off the ropes he's sent. Overhead he goes. Back body drop from Callihan. Very smartly, at least for the moment. Keeping Marufuji in his corner, but Marufuji seizing the opportunity he had to get Naito back into the matchup. Always smart to keep fresh wrestlers in there, especially when your team seems to be on the losing end of the momentum and the offensive advantage of things. Cover there. Just a 1 count since he's your senior official, Mr. Bigfoot. No count that time. And a shot to the ding-ding for the ingovernable Tetsuya Naito. Alexander content to slow things down momentarily in an effort to keep Tetsuya Naito in their corner. But Naito able to tag out to Ibushi. Back and forth they go. It didn't matter how loud Kota Ibushi yelled, the kicks wouldn't get any stronger. And down he went.
10 minutes gone.
As you just heard just now, we have passed 10 minutes in this one. Oh, running double stomp to the chest of Josh Alexander. That cannot feel pleasant. Now the North going to work. Very successful full-time tag team in the Impact Wrestling promotion in Really Real's world. Our only full-time tag team here in the GWA. Hang on. A second Golden Trigger to Ethan Page. And it looks like Tetsuya Naito was going to try to dislocate his kneecap after the fact. Oh man! Classic Tetsuya Naito combination in the corner. Working on that chin lock. That's what felled Brock Lesnar. Or excuse me. Yeah, no. Samoa Joe, pardon me. That's what felled Samoa Joe. It's almost as though doing empty stomach cardio before broadcasting today has kind of exhausted me. I'm really feeling it here in the third hour. Thanks for bearing with me. Kota Ibushi now in there against Sami Callihan. Repeated kicks to the back, trying to seize the spine of Callihan. Callihan looking for that vicious pile driver. Kota Ibushi, as we mentioned, a number of strikes. Oh, too close to the ropes there. And what's going on, Juice? Happy to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good one. And Sammy indeed. Oh, you don't have to yell about it. But Kota Ibushi hits a beautiful spinning Randy Orton style power slam off the ropes and follows it up with a shate palm strike. Just wiping the face off of Sami Callihan, who quickly tags out to Josh Alexander. You see now all three members of the team here, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, as well as Sami Callihan, luring the team of Kota Ibushi and Naomichi Marufuji over there to help out their friend Tetsuya Naito. No count or disqualifications on the floor of the GWA ring. You see Callihan now with a stretch muffler on Marufuji until he gets waffled by a chair in the back of the head, courtesy of Tetsuya Naito. Good gracious me, Kota Ibushi patiently waiting in the ring. I don't know what for. You see Sammy very quick to grab weaponry now that they're on the floor here. Things are not going well for Naomichi Marufuji. Kota now tags in Naito. Seem to have Josh Alexander on the rocks. Oh, the rolling hills from Alexander. Followed by the jumping. Oh no, reversed. Thought that might have been Alexander's tombstone, but Naito reverses. Tags out to Ibushi.
Golden Trigger!
Another golden trigger in this matchup. Straight into the cover. 2. Just able to break the pin. Now Josh Alexander's teammates. And now he's got Naito in an ankle lock. Excuse me, Ibushi in an ankle lock. Naito with that capo kick breaking it up. Ibushi and Alexander. Back and forth they go. Here comes Callihan. Sending Kota Ibushi again out to the floor. Once again, no countouts or disqualifications out here. Destino to Sami Callihan. Kota's got something to yell about on the north part of your screen. As you hear the announcer say, we have passed 20 minutes now, and this one is very much breaking down, much to the delight of the GWA crowd here in this sold-out football stadium. Oh my gosh, Sami Callihan has a 5 count to drop this chair, or he risks disqualification. As we're now back to our legal fighters, Kota Ibushi and Sami Callihan. The chair lies menacingly in the ring. Here we go. Boom! Our 4th golden trigger of the matchup. Oh, followed up with a super kick. They're trying to just remove Sami's head from his shoulders for him. But a bit of a double down. Sami might be too hard-headed for this tactic, though, as he's able to tag out to Josh Alexander, and then they send Marufuji to the floor. This team of the North and Sami Callihan very much working the floor in their corner to their advantage. I very much suspect that Sami Callihan is behind that strategy. As we said, they started as a deathmatch wrestler and just got more violent from there as their career progressed. Meanwhile, in the ring, Josh Alexander doing a mighty job of fending off, at least momentarily, both Ibushi and Naito. while Callahan and Page on the floor are trying to do their best to wear down Naomichi Marufuji. Rolling heel after rolling heel, meanwhile in the ring from Josh Alexander. Impressive power and strength. Consistency from the Canadian. Oh, almost leveling Naito with a double underhook pile driver. Thankfully, Marufuji could have just saved his life right there. Tag out to Ibushi. Josh Alexander able to escape and tag in Callahan. Don't know how wise this is. Into the corner is sent Ibushi, now tied to the tree of Joey Lawrence. Couple of kicks to the knee there. Anything you do to damage the knee of Kota Ibushi, he likes to strike you in the face with them to finish you off. Whoa! Beautiful leapfrog there, but unable to follow it up. Tags in Naito. Ooh. Callahan hits pay dirt quickly. And again on Naito, close to that chair. I think he tried to drop him on it, but didn't quite get what he wanted out of it. Naito just muscles him back into his corner. Pounds one out for the homies. Oh, and then just gets clubbered down to the mat. Nice bridge on this German, but the wrong part of town. As Ethan Page is in to sweep the leg out underneath Tetsuya Naito. Break up that pin attempt. Callahan with that pile driver. Oh, next to, but not quite on the chair. Into a cover. North running interference. Oh, Naito out at 2. Oh, that leg hook Emerald Frozen there for Marufuji on the way out. Could spell disaster for Callahan, but he smartly tags out to Ethan Page. Meanwhile, Kota Ibushi is the legal person. On the side of their team, of Naito's team, let's call it. A couple of 2-on-1 situations in and out of the ring. Oof, as you see Ethan Page dropped hard to the canvas. Golden Star powerbomb to Josh Alexander on the floor. Meanwhile, Page just powerbombed Marufuji in the ring. Too much action to call at the moment, but I will do my very best. Knockout shot there to Callahan and a Golden Star powerbomb to Alexander once again from Kota Ibushi, who's giving it his all on the floor. And a knockout Sami Callahan. Calling for the Kamigoye knee strike. But Ethan Page is there to powerbomb Ibushi. Too close to the ropes. Senior official Mr. Bigfoot's got to break it up. Oh, with a vicious kick to the head. As we are plus 30 minutes in this 6-person tag.
Golden Trigger!
Another in a long series of Golden Trigger throughout the course of this matchup. Very much targeting the head and neck of their opponents. To the north, trying to do a little double team action before they have to tag out, or before the 5 count. I think Naito wanted... Oh, Destino! Into the cover, but again, wrong side of the ring. Definitely on the wrong side of the Burning Hammer logo. Oh, nice rolling senton splash there from Ethan Page. Naito doing their best, but ring positioning proving to be their undoing thus far. Nice British fall there, shades of Johnny Smith, and up top goes Naito, waiting for Alexander to stand. Front drop kick to the chest, landing back of the head onto the chair is Josh Alexander. So incensed is that he chases Naito into his corner and doesn't realize Marufuji is now the legal man. Figured it out now though with that big clothesline to the head of Marufuji. Marufuji thinks that's it after that mule kick. Oof. Gets elbowed in the mush for his troubles. And in comes Josh Alexander's regular tag team partner, the other half of the North. All ego Ethan Page. Did I add them to the GWA roster? Because I've seen both of these gentlemen perform countless times across Canadian independence. Maybe. As Ethan Page looks deep into the eye of Marufuji. And Marufuji counters with a step-up enziguri. Nice roll through with the pin attempt, but too close to the ropes once more. It's real hard to orient yourself north-south in these rings. I would advise the wrestlers to try to go east-west. Oof. Rolling soul butt to the midsection of Ethan Page. Big clothesline as Page seemingly absorbs the impact. Pun intended, but the use of the word impact. In comes now Sami Callihan and Kota Ibushi. Surprisingly, not a golden trigger to Sami Callihan, but a huge pile driver by Sami. Into the cover, but too close. Too close to Ibushi's partners there. Oh my gosh, double underhook pile driver. Followed by the Kamigoye knee strike. 1, 2, no! Callihan out at 2. As you see how Marufuji there trying to run interference. Naito was down and out momentarily thanks to that pile driver. Backflip kick to the back of the head from Kota. Powerbomb into the corner by Sami Callihan though. As we are pushing towards 40 minutes. Now Tetsuya Naito, once again the legal combatant for his team, seems to have a lot of beef with Sami Callihan. Does your current reigning freelance heavyweight champion, Tetsuya Naito. Gloria! Dropping Callihan on his neck, and you saw him rolling around, clutching it. His partners run interference, but Callihan out at 2. Pulling Naito all the way across the ring so he can tag in Ethan Page as Sami Callihan. Smart psychology there, trying to keep his opponent in his half of the ring, but Naito fights his way all the way back across. Oh, the spinning Dwayne! That rotating rock bottom that Ethan Page uses as a finisher, but Naito able to absorb it, scramble to the ropes, get themselves tagged out, and get Naomichi Marufuji tagged in. Shooting star to the back, rolls him over. Too close to the ropes, Ethan Page able to get a pinky toe or a pinky finger under the bottom rope there. Or a pinky forehead, depending on the placement. Oh, huge shot to the throat. Drops Page to the canvas, who now holds him. So Kota Ibushi can backflip kick him in the face. Page trying to fight his way out of this predicament. You see Marufuji trying to block Page's route to his corner. Reversed off the ropes. Ducks a clothesline to Marufuji, but a miscommunication sends both men to the canvas. Both up at the same time. Marufuji just able to prevent the tag out, but only for a second, as now Josh Alexander is once again involved in the matchup, and Marufuji is in the wrong part of town. Suplex there, but it looks like Alexander landed himself on the chair more than he did his opponent. Not the wisest course of action. Marufuji able to tag out to Ibushi as we're cresting 45 minutes in this no time limit 6-person tag team matchup. This isn't even the 6-person tag team matchup wherein the 6-person tag team titles are on the line. So fair warning to that matchup later. This is setting the bar quite high. Double down now as both men looking to get an advantage off the ropes. Both men up at the same time. Alexander quickly tagging out to Callihan. Crowd in an uproar for most of this one as well. Oh, here comes that. Oh, I thought he was going to pile drive him, but a beautiful powerbomb whip there from Callihan. Keeping Kota in his corner. Oh! Hey, that's one of Chris Jericho's old moves, like the flashback or something like that. And then follows it up with a bit of pay dirt. Callihan doesn't seem content with the amount of punishment he's delivered. Just bludgeoning and bludgeoning and bludgeoning Ibushi without going for a cover. Allows Kota to slip through and tag in Naito, who initiates a strike fight. Strike fight! With Sami Callihan. No, 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 says Naito. Yes, 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 says Sami Callihan's left-armed lariat, but Naito's up first. Callihan fights him off and gets a stretch muffler. This could do it. That's it. That is it. At the 47-minute mark, you're going to submit to whatever you're put into. And a stretch muffler in the center of the ring by Sami Callihan to Tetsuya Naito seals Naito's fate and allows me to pencil in Sami Callihan getting a title shot at Naito into a future card. Unless something changes, we're going to run Naito v Sammy for Naito's Freelance Championship. Woof! Another barn burner. This is just the third match? That was match 3. We have 7 more to go. This one should be faster, because this is a singles debut. We have hired ourselves Natalya! And they're facing Finn Balor. Finn is coming off a disappointing loss to stablemate Penta El Zero M, who will be defending, or hoping to successfully defend at least, the NXT title later in this show. First up, though, their stable leader of the Demon Club, Finn Balor, is going to be here taking on Natalya, making her GWA a debut. Easy for me to say. Nice butterfly suplex to open things up out of Natalya there. Classically trained in the Calgarian style. Family members, both old and new. I just mean like young and old, I guess, instead of old and new. Nice Joshi style slam there from Natalya, who of course employs the sharpshooter. The family finisher of the Hearts and Neidharts. All the heart-related heart people. People that know people that know people that know hearts. If you're Canadian in general, or happen to be The Rock. Finn Balor, of course, employs the coup de grace, or that highly elevated DDT variation called the 1916. Used to be called Sunday Bloody Sunday, but can't use that name in WWE, so they just refer to the year instead. The Heart Association of Canada, love it. The Hack. Maybe not a fan of the acronym, but Heart Association of Canada, love it. That pretty much covers everybody. If you've been to Calgary and have watched wrestling, you're allowed to use the sharpshooter. Back and forth they go, of course. Natalya looking to impress the GWA brass and fans. This is their first look at the, geez, what is she, like a 15, 20-year vet at this point? I think Finn's been in the game that long as well. Modicum of success here in the GWA for Finn. Most notably the leader of Demon Club. There's some inner turmoil as Penta El Zero M seems to be rising above his station, some would say, some being Finn Balor. Finn's got to get back on the winning track if he hopes to get back in title contention to be on Penta's level. Meanwhile, Natalya is looking to successfully debut for her brand new promotion. So there's a lot going on in this one, as we are not even 6 minutes deep. Natalya's trying to do Finn a favor and crack his shoulders for him. I don't think they bend that way, though. Nice kitchen sink knee lift. Oh, counter into a victory roll there. Ah, shades of the matchup between Penta and Finn. That's how Penta beat Finn. And I'm sure Natalya knows that, because of course she has access to all the footage of Finn Balor in the GWA ring. As you see the sharpshooter applied, dead center. Senior official, Senor Sasquatch, there to check on the submission. Finn able to break free momentarily. Natalya locks it back on. Finn breaks free again. You're going to see it pretty often in these Japanese-style matches. Unless we're 30 minutes deep and it's just an instant submission. Generally, it takes a good long while, even if it is your finish. Oh, snap suplex into the corner from Natalya, availing herself quite well against Finn Balor to this point. That butterfly suplex is how she started the offense of this whole matchup. In the early seconds of things, putting her best foot forward. Rolled him over and then back over for the pin. Just a 2 count though. Starting to catch the attention of the crowd, but not really sure who to get behind, if anyone, is the GWA audience to this point, as we pass 10 minutes now in this one.
Give up. Give up. Give up.
Nice counter there. And the backdrop from Natalya. Oh, follows it up with a roundhouse clothesline. Pulls Finn away from the ropes. Unable to get the cover, though. Nice snap suplex follow-up. Natalya staying on Finn Balor here. Finn trying to fight his way free, but Natalya relentless. Trying to get him set up. Needs to take a bit of a breather here, but you know she's looking to get him prone on the mat to lock in that sharpshooter once and for all. Oh, Falcon Arrow, and beautifully done from Natalya. Release German. Finn Balor's head may have bounced off the bottom rope there. Dangerous tactics from Natalya in her debut. Off the rope she's sent. Ducks the knee strike. Once again hitting that beautiful butterfly. The pretty butterfly. And then suplex out of the ring. I thought Finn might take a breather. But following up the attack, as there are no disqualifications or countouts on the floor. Not that you need to worry about either when you're just elbowing your opponent in the face. Oh, an atomic drop. Classic offense from Natalya. Haven't seen those in regular use in a long time. Oh, 1916 on the floor from Finn Balor to Natalya, and now he rolls back in the ring to allow her time to recover. A mockery of sportsmanship shown by Finn Balor, hitting his finisher to his opponent and then backing up into the ring, allowing her to crawl back inside to try to finish her off. Back and forth they go, trying to get the other position just right. Finn Balor can also hit that coup de grace off the top to finish his opponents. Don't forget that vicious double stomp to the chest off the top rope, and here he goes. That's what I was talking about. Looks like he landed a little low. Into the cover. 1, 2. Natalya kicks out of the coup de grace. 2. Oh, back to work on the gut though is Finn Balor, waiting for Natalya to stand. Front drop kick to the face. Pulls her away from the ropes. Oh, knife edge chop across the eyes, trying to blind his opponent. Meanwhile, Natalya trying to set Finn up for that sharpshooter, unable to get him in just the right position to get it on. There it is now, away from the ropes, and it's locked on. And that's it! Natalya taps Finn Balor in her debut. What a way to endear yourselves to the fans of the GWA. Welcome to the GWA, Natalya. A rare victory for a debuting talent here in the GWA. Usually I put them in there with somebody and they get their butts handed to them. Nice to see that Natalya bucked that trend. Okay, let me just jot that down that they even exist in my league because I hadn't previously done that. Man alive, we got 49 people on the roster now. Good lord. That's like more than twice the size of my largest competition. Because I think the only other promotion with like anywhere near those numbers, and they're not anywhere near those numbers. Hang on. Pa-boom! Oh. I was waiting for a title explosion, but there was no title involved. Yeah, the only promotion that has anywhere close to my numbers, and my numbers are 49, has less than half what I have, because DDT has like 20 wrestlers. That's the closest any of the other promotions get to me. So what I've been thinking off stream for a long time now is once I get to a certain threshold in terms of like number of years in the like this video game pro wrestling landscape, world, universe, whatever you want to call it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to restart the GWA over. But what I'm going to do in my second playthrough is number 1, play on hard instead of easy, because we're already and have been for quite some time the best pro wrestling promotion in this universe. So I'm going to play it on hard, and then I'm also going to start a new promotion where I give every other promotion half their roster. And the way I'm going to do that is everyone's organized alphabetically, and I'm literally every other person is hired, and the people that aren't are in the free agent pool. So it's going to be a lot tougher to survive, to get good talent. Like I'm going to not game it where people don't show up for work or anything like that. Like, if those things happen, I'm just going to have to deal with them. Anyway, that is just sort of future playthroughs that after we get done just decimating the competition, which we will continue to do so in this next matchup. The Dragon Dojo Championship combination of Daichi Hashimoto, Jonathan Gresham, and the returning Daniel Bryan, who we sent off to DDT last month, is defending their GWA 6-person championship gold against the Los Ricos combination of AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and I want to say Zeus, but I might be wrong. Let's find out. I'm going to say Zeus because I think Shane Taylor was hurt more and Zeus was more popular. Yeah, there you see Zeus in the corner of AJ Styles and Rey, possibly brought in to counter Daichi Hashimoto. And only that to be more familiar with one another, being fellow country persons and having wrestled each other on their way up the ranks before they both got to the GWA. As you see, the championship partners of Daichi Hashimoto in the red corner, Jonathan Gresham and Daniel Bryan, in defense of their 6-person championship gold here, unofficially referred to as the Stable Championship, as largely stables are those contending for it, as they are groups of 5 and they need 3 representatives in these matchups. And once again, Mr. Bigfoot busted open in a match. Might slow down their ability to make a count or render a submission, but the medical staff will treat them in between matches, and I assure you they'll be ready to referee the remainder of this card. Possibly just reopen the wound from earlier in the show when they were knocked down and busted open, so we will tend to that, do not worry. Nice leg feed enziguri there from Jonathan Gresham. Showed up Rey Mysterio by pinning AJ Styles in a somewhat of a preview of this matchup at last month's show. Roll-up countering Rey Mysterio, if I can describe it as such. Finding a way to pin AJ Styles' shoulders to the mat in much the same style as a Rey Mysterio would counter something into a roll-up and defeat his opponent. Jonathan Gresham in the post-match last month very much staring daggers into Rey Mysterio, what led Rey to insist upon being included in the Los Ricos combination that is currently contending for the 6-person championship belts. As you see now, the champion, Daichi Hashimoto, against one of the challengers, Zeus. Zeus in the long tights with the purple, Daichi Hashimoto with the silver, gold, and blue. You're not going to match power with Zeus. Don't quite know Daichi Hashimoto's strategy there. Despite being a very successful striker, I still don't know why you would want to try to match power with Zeus. I would imagine his is godlike, based on his name alone. I'm trying to get word to the referee as an official in this league to make sure they don't go more than 20 minutes. All of these multi-person tag team matches are like half an hour at least. Please save Rad's voice. Nice sequence there, ending up in a cover for Gresham, but no. Styles out of 2. Elects to tag out to Zeus so he can recover on the apron. Jonathan Gresham acquitting himself quite well against all 3 members of this challenging team. The philosophy of Dragon Dojo is very much self-reliance. As you can see, even though Jonathan Gresham may be put in a pin or submission attempt, it will take quite some time for his teammates to leave the apron to actually aid him. That could play into the challenger's hands as this thing develops. Very much a you got yourself into it, you get yourself out of it mentality out of the Dragon Dojo and their training sessions.
1, 2.
As you see them take their time getting across the ring there, but eventually breaking up the pin. Nice cold red from Rey. Daichi quickly broke that up as they're starting to realize, even at the 10-minute mark, that things could be going drastically wrong as Gresham finally tags out. And we see Daniel Bryan for, I think, the first time in this matchup. if I'm not mistaken, and I likely am. Nice head scissors from Ray. And a spinning body press into a pin, but again, too close to the ropes. Too close to the ropes. Ray sees more success, even in a GWA ring, when they allow their opponent to bring the fight to them. Ray initiating offense is a risky proposition at best. There's a reason we constantly refer to them as the best counter wrestler in the history of the industry. Daniel Bryan seems to have had enough of AJ Styles, tagging out to Daichi Hashimoto. Oof, by far the hardest striker in this match, I would surmise. Loves to use a combination of kicks before finishing his opponent with a move his father invented, the dangerous DDT. You'll know it when you see it. It is a very high angle DDT. Almost a suplex. Not quite a brainbuster. A very high angle lift up. Jump in the air. Like you don't even care kind of DDT. And there we see a roll up from Ray. But Daichi Hashimoto's partner is confident that he'll kick out. Remaining on the apron, Daichi out at 1. Wins a slap fight with Rey Mysterio. And in comes Daniel Bryan to dump Ray to the floor. Oh, Ray quickly, little cat and mouse there. Thought we were going to see some shenanigans on the floor from the Dragon Dojo, and Ray immediately returns to the ring, only to get locked in the S-lock. Here go Gresham and Daichi Hashimoto to run interference. It's all on Ray, and he manages to escape. Smart work there from Dragon Dojo, trying to end things quickly once they got Ray where they wanted him. Running interference again, almost puts Ray down. 2.9 on that Dragon Suplex. As Rey Mysterio is running on fumes. Dead center. Yes, lock. Daniel Bryan senses victory is nigh. Oh. And I don't mean William. That's usually a precursor to the S-Lock from Daniel Bryan, looking to go home early. Nope. Unable to lock Zeus in the S-Lock, smartly tags out. Usually he hits that single-arm DDT immediately to set up that S-Lock as it damages the shoulder. Speaking of damage, jackhammer on Zeus! Wrong part of town as Dragon Dojo immediately has to break that up. That could have ended things in a heartbeat. Well, in a 3 count, but still. Oh, the big double stomp to Zeus from Daichi. Knee to the face as a follow-up. Couple of elbow strikes, but unable to follow up. Zeus fights him off, up to his feet first. Nice kick combo, puts him straight back down though, and back in comes Bryan. Off the ropes. Oh, he tried the knee. He tried the knee, and Zeus avoided it into the jackhammer. 1, 2. No, Daniel Bryan kicks out. What a sequence that was. Daichi Hashimoto had to tag up and couldn't break the pin attempt. The jackhammer almost putting Daniel Bryan down. Brilliant psychology out of Zeus there. Stringing a couple of counters together to get that jackhammer off. And now we have Daniel Bryan and Rey Mysterio. AJ Styles wants all the applause in the world for kicking Daniel Bryan out of that small package. Ray repeatedly running off the ropes with those body splashes to the back of Daniel Bryan. And then Daniel Bryan steals Code Red from Rey Mysterio. I honestly don't know how to do that. I think it's a new thing to this game, and I think it's when you have like the double button press move that's your finish. I think whatever move your opponent has in that slot, if you hit the other 2 buttons instead of the 2 face buttons you hit for, you know, your special, I think that's what steals your opponent's special. But I'm not sure. It's one of the things I actually don't know how to do in this game. Oof. Hashimoto temporarily beaten in the strike game until he's able to down AJ Styles and get Gresham tagged in. Now, speaking of, all 3 members of Dragon Dojo have moves that can end this thing instantaneously. The Octopus Hold from Jonathan Gresham, the Yes Lock out of Daniel Bryan, or any number of kicks from Daichi Hashimoto can knock you smooth out. As you see AJ Styles preparing for the phenomenal forearm and landing it to the back of the head of Jonathan Gresham, who amazingly gets up first as we approach 25 minutes in this 6-person tag team championship matchup. Here's 6th match of 10 here on our second card for our 6th-month anniversary of the GWA. That's right, half a year of dream matches and fantasy booking. Couldn't be happier to have you. 6 months strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle. Jonathan Gresham, impressive, winning that strike battle with Zeus, but he may have been playing possum there, as Gresham missed wildly with that frog splash. Able to tag out to Daichi. What do they have in mind now? Oh, thought better of it, did Gresham. Perhaps didn't have enough time, as you see him suck and win there on the apron. Ran out of stamina. Off the ropes goes Hashimoto. Vicious knee strike to the side of the head, into the cover. Wrong side of the Burning Hammer logo. Way too close to Los Ricos corner, and they're able to break it up. Now Daichi Hashimoto is trapped in no man's land. Oh, turned inside out with a lariat. Fights his way free with a couple of vicious kicks in the midsection, then just sweeps the leg, Johnny. Sent to the floor now. Okay, AJ Styles and Daichi Hashimoto are the legal competitors. But that doesn't mean anything until they're both in the ring. Oh, calf crusher on Jonathan Gresham by AJ Styles. Danny Bryan quickly over there to break it up. Since Daichi Hashimoto's on the floor. Whoa, buzzsaw kick from Hashimoto. Oh no. Oh, big spinning side slam from Zeus though. AJ Styles, interestingly enough, is the legal competitor for his squad and is the quote-unquote sacrificial lamb for the 2 Dragon Dojo members in the ring, so that his Los Ricos teammates can work over the other legal competitor currently, Daichi Hashimoto, for the Dragon Dojo side, on the floor. Very interesting strategy that does not seem to be paying off for the disadvantaged AJ Styles in the ring, unless they're able to tag out rather quickly. Oh, and you see AJ now with the Octopus Hold on Jonathan Gresham. Finishers have been stolen left and right today, as we pass half an hour now. AJ quick to tag out to Ray. Couldn't secure Hashimoto though, as he tags out to Jonathan Gresham. Gresham and Ray. Ray rolls him up, way too close to the ropes. Daniel Bryan in there to easily break that pin for a no count. Gresham sends him across the ropes, but he's in Los Ricos corner. This is not going to help 1/3 of the champions being in the wrong part of town. Up top goes Ray. Big frog splash. Zeus running interference. Oh, Gresham just out at 2.9. Ray looking for the 3-point yaw. Has to settle for the 2.9. Up top he goes again. Another frog splash. This time to the back. No, missed. And then Gresham goes up top. Frog splash of his own to the back of Rey Mysterio. Rolls him over, but again in the Los Ricos corner. Not going to do you any good. Zeus clotheslining Gresham down now. Gresham slowly maneuvering Ray back to his side of the ring. Nice leg feed into Giri. Into a figure 4. That's it. Jonathan Gresham on the worn down body of Rey Mysterio. Once you pass that 30-minute mark, every submission hold could be the finish, and that proves the case here, as a figure 4 leg lock from Jonathan Gresham secures the title defense for Dragon Dojo in a 5-star. I'm convinced you just put 6-person tag match. Like, once you can put 6-person tag matches on your show, just start doing those and you get 100% matches. Anywho, let's keep right on rolling, as that's only halfway through the show. Theoretically, you would have just gone to intermission, bought a bunch of merchandise and then returned to your seat just in time to see Aleister Black get introduced for their Stardom Heavyweight Championship introduction for the title fight against challenger Roman Reigns. Let's get down to the ring and see how this shakes out. Aleister Black, of course, master of that Black Mass spinning kick to the dome. Try to foot slap the mouth off you. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns with the Superman punch and that oh so devastating spear very much relies, does Roman Reigns, on the momentum of his opponent. You will see the ropes very much coming into play throughout the vast majority of this matchup, depending on whether or not Roman Reigns is on the offense. Don't know how wise it is to try to trade strikes with Aleister Black, as we mentioned. Accomplished Muay Thai kickboxer before transitioning to professional wrestling. I feel like that's real. Some sort of kickboxing. Doing over there in Amsterdam. That he very much translates into being a dangerous striker here in the GWA. Educated feet, one would say, of Aleister Black. Looking to successfully defend their Stardom Championship here against Roman Reigns, who formerly held the GWA title here before being unseated by Bray Wyatt many moons ago. Bray Wyatt currently visiting New Japan. Oh, as you see the Black Mass we talked about, but Roman Reigns able to stand right up out of it. That is the leg lift Black Mass, where he lifts his opponent back to his feet first. Well, he's a few variations of the Black Mass he can employ, does Aleister Black. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns himself has a few ways he can hit you with the spear. There's a standing variety. There's a variety where he runs off the ropes, or sends you off the ropes, or both. And there's also a version, hang on, where he runs out of the corners. You see a Superman punch there, and it appears Aleister Black has been busted open. That does not bode well for the champion early in this title defense. Reminder that the blood will be absorbed into the canvas and it makes the fighting stronger. As you see a scoop brainbuster there. Planting Roman Reigns, but able to absorb and roll through. Another Superman punch trying to work the cut of Aleister Black into the spear. Almost puts him down. Did you see that pool of blood there? Roman Reigns repeatedly striking the open wound on the forehead of Aleister Black with that Superman punch. Literally a red bullseye painted on the face of Aleister Black. And likewise, another Black Mass for Reigns, but again, he stands right up. It's almost as if that creative move was improperly finished, and they automatically stand up afterwards every time. Very strange. Bears investigation for sure. Oh. Love the custom taunts and stuff too. There's the Aleister Black taking a seat taunt. Off the ropes he sent, but nope. Smartly countering now. He knows his life is on the line every time Roman Reigns throws him off the ropes or bounces off the ropes himself. Does Aleister Black through that veil of blood trickling into the eyes. Oh, just scraping the face of Aleister Black across the canvas. You can see the trail of blood it leaves behind. Aleister Black behind the 8-ball here. One would assume that consistent loss of blood, doing everything they can to fight back into this one with a beautiful strike combination. What a moonsault press there, but unfortunately a no count for Aleister Black. Main event spinebuster from Roman Reigns. Aleister countering with strikes in bunches. Oof. But a big double underhook belly to belly from the Tribal Chief. Nice scissor kick from Aleister Black puts Roman down. Double stomp to the ding dong. Back up Black goes. That second double stomp to the ding-a-ling. Roman, though, happy to position Aleister Black in the center of the ring and gut wrench him. Nicely countered there by Black. May have knocked Roman out. Roman out at 2.9. As you see the blood loss continuing for Aleister Black. And the fighting is indeed getting stronger as the canvas absorbs it. Another underhook belly to belly. Oh, just a straight uppercut to the jaw of Aleister Black there. Quick, speedy recovery to Samoa Joe, by the way, who broke their jaw against Tetsuya Naito in their loss last month. Oh my gosh, Aleister Black knocks out Roman Reigns. What heart and determination from your Stardom champion, withstanding the onslaught and blood loss of that one, managing to kick Roman Reigns' head clean off his shoulders. Put him down for the 3 count. Wowzers. What a showing from Aleister Black there in defense of the Stardom Championship. Well, the title matches just keep on rolling, because next up we have the Freelance Junior Championship on the line as champion Toni Storm. And I just realized that both Toni Storm and Penta El Zero M, former tag team champions, are now singles champions in this organization. Anyway, Freelance Junior Heavyweight Champion Toni Storm is being challenged by Solo Darling, who we didn't see last month because they were nursing a few injuries. They are raring to go now as we see a bit of Camp Firefly versus Demon Club. Demon Club, of course, represented by Toni Storm, Camp Firefly represented by Solo Darling. He'll be looking to lock on the Sharp Stinger, a variation of the Texas Cloverleaf, Toni Storm's Strong Zero, or Storm Zero, depending on how they named it. Her indie name is Storm Zero, or Strong Zero, excuse me, but that's the name of an alcoholic beverage, I think, so you can't use that. Since she's in NXT now, they call it the Storm Zero because her last name's Storm. TLDR, it's a Tiger Driver. Oh, I'm also begging, by the way, since I just thought of that, is there an independent wrestler out there that has like an internet troll gimmick and their finisher could be like the TL Driver, like the TLD and then like in brackets VR? Anyway, the Too Long Driver. And just putting that out there. Somebody work on that. I mean, all you got to do is like read a few Reddit forums, and then you can pick out like 8 or 10 catchphrases. It's a baked-in gimmick, guys. Just go look on the internet for 10 minutes. Nuclear crowd heat, just by, you know, being the internet at them. Oh, nice leg lock out of Toni Storm, looking to neutralize Solo Darling's leg-based offense in their Cloverleaf. A lot of powerlifting to Solo Darling. Impressive power from Storm herself there with that suplex. Champion firmly in command of this in the opening moments. Oof, she bowls Solo Darling over. Having a bit of difficulty getting out of the blocks. Oof. Calgarian clothesline there. Stampede style. From Solo Darling. Looking to get back into this. Pushing Toni Storm into the corner. Slaps to the chest. Into a Rings of Saturn variation. Trying to separate the shoulders. Trying to rip the muscle off the bone. With Solo Darling. Off the rope she sends Toni. Stampede clothesline puts her down. Headbutt into a leg. Hook cover! Thought she might have dimmed Solo Darling's lights there. Did Toni Storm. Champion sending challenger out to the floor. Thought she might pursue her, but nope. Taking the moment for a breather. Nice sportsmanship shown there from Toni Storm. Oh, now she's got to deal with the X Factor de la Magistral. But too close to the ropes is Solo Darling. Had that been positioned differently, that could have spelled disaster for Toni Storm's title reign. Crossbody off the ropes from Storm. Suplexed over by, or sorry, by Solo Darling. Suplexed over by Storm that time. Champion looking to regain control. There's the X Factor into the Mahistral. Gets the combo on away from the ropes. Just a 2 counts as senior official Mr. Bigfoot. Toni Storm again able to bowl Solo Darling over and then hit that Kudo driver. Quick into the cover, but too close to the ropes again. Ring positioning crucial, especially when your title is on the line. Nice backdrop suplex. Oh, jumping headbutt from Darling there. Back and forth they go, just trading moves. Neither woman able to get a clear advantage. Even though we were 10 minutes deep in this one, as you can see Solo Darling exhausting themselves slightly and then employing this illegal punching move. Had a 5 count to break it, did it 3. Into an X Factor, into a Mahistral. Almost puts Toni Storm away. Tells Solo Darling to kiss it. Says this might be it, does Toni Storm. Blocks that kick to the midsection. Gets thrown into the corner. Reverses. Ties Solo Darling up to the Tree of Woe, aka the Tree of Joey Lawrence. But then again reversed. But then again no. And another backdrop from Toni Storm. Non-stop action here in this title match. Not the kind of action we're talking about. Toni Storm. Oh my gosh! Guillotine leg drop off the top! Puts Solo Darling away! A new piece of offense from Toni Storm. Haven't seen that in any of her matches before. A diving guillotine leg drop across the throat of Solo Darling seals the deal. And Toni Storm successfully defends the Freelance Junior Championship. Wowzers! Shades of psychosis with that diving guillotine. Okay. We just keep on trucking. 3 more matches to go. That's amazing because I am exhausted. Okay. I tease. I just need some caffeine in my system. All right, coming up next, continuing the feud from last month, our new, and not defending this month, but our new GWA Heavyweight Champion, the Hollywood Hunk, Jack Howard, is leading a 6-person squad, a 3-man team of industry members against the man he unseated for the belt, Will Ospreay, who is teaming once again, as we saw during the Christmas Chaos card. He is teaming with the current tag team champions, Luchasaurus, who can't stop criticaling people, and Pete Dunne. Meanwhile, on Jack Howard's side, I believe he's teamed up with Thomas Walker and Matt Robinson. Oh, let me get out of the way.
Give up.
Ospreay quickly overwhelmed and tagging out to Luchasaurus. This could spell disaster for everyone on the industry side. Legit worry when Luchasaurus enters the ring now. Who knows who they're going to hurt? A vendetta against the entire GWA roster, seemingly, has Luchasaurus after surviving 2 broken necks in their GWA career and then a humiliating defeat at the hands of Aleister Black, the second person responsible, or the person responsible for his second grievous neck injury. When Luchasaurus returned to action, he challenged Aleister for the same title that Aleister earlier defended, the Stardom Championship. And since Aleister clearly still has the belt, you know he was unsuccessful there. Not only was Luchasaurus unsuccessful, he was essentially squashed by Aleister Black in that return match. But since then, coming under, I don't know if you want to call it the tutelage or sparking up with this friendship with Pete Dunne and to an extent Will Ospreay, I can tell you that in the last 3 of 4 matches that Luchasaurus has been involved in, he has criticaled his opponent to win it for his team, and in the other match he was involved in, he got the pin. So he has been on a tear. And it makes sense to me that Will Ospreay would very much employ the services of a Luchasaurus to potentially wear down Jack Howard in anticipation of a future title rematch, which you may very well see on the first show of 2021. Who's to say? That is, of course, if I remember to book it. As now Thomas Walker, the bad boy of the industry, and I say that because he's the dirty cheat. Oh man, calf branding there, first made famous by Terry Funk, where he just rides the back of your head, rides it with his knee at the back of your head down to the canvas, just spikes you into the mat there. Shooting star press with ease from Will Ospreay, but too close to the ropes. Confusing offense there from Thomas Walker, rolling Will Ospreay up into the corner just to help Matt Robinson get into the ring there. Matt Robinson, former, as we like to call him, jobber to the stars, the 5-star jobber to the stars. Definitely making an account for himself in both singles and tag team competition. That's his finish, by the way. The pedigree that Luchasaurus just absorbed and stood right back up from. Again, legitimate fear when Luchasaurus is in the ring now, because something deep inside of this prehistoric beast has been awakened by their association with Pete Dunne and, to a lesser degree, Will Ospreay. I don't know what happened to this man, but it does not bode well for all of his opponents. I can't wait, after putting Luchasaurus over this whole match, for him to take the pinfall. By the way, I'm just throwing that out in the universe now, because I know how this game... That's the trouble of, like, telling the story of the show and the promotion and the matches as the matches happen, because I'm literally making all of this up on the fly. And that should be obvious. So we see Jack Howard, our brand new GWA champion. Perhaps the greatest role in the history of the promotion. No, without a doubt, the greatest winning streak and role in the history of this promotion. Their year-and-a-half-long successful reign, like straight months, straight defenses of the MLW title here in our league, as you see them spiking Pete Dunne with that package pile driver. They're in Team Green's corner, though, so nothing doing on the pin attempt, as Jack Howard retreats to get Thomas Walker back into the swing of things. Thomas Walker is not going to be shy about using that fork the first chance they get. Fork you, they call that move. Somehow manages to sneak it into every match they're in. I don't know how Mr. Bigfoot fails to find the fork in their tights every time, but that's neither here nor there. They have a 5 count to use it, just like any other weapon inside a GWA ring, and use it they will at their earliest convenience. Nicely rolled up by Thomas Walker, but just too close to the ropes, as you see an assisted powerbomb to Luchasaurus there. The numbers advantage coming to play momentarily. And then Thomas Walker sent to the floor. Will Ospreay is now legal across from them. Oh no, butterfly with the bridge. That's how Thomas Walker put Ospreay down to win the belt in the first place. A little salt in the wound there from Jack Howard. Oh! Before that Robinson special out of Will Ospreay, but unfortunately he's held for a rolling clothesline, and Jack Howard immediately goes into a cover. The industry content to wait on the apron, though, as the other members of Team Green, and that's just what I'm calling them based on the fact that their gear is green, are over to help Will Ospreay. TKO this time. Ospreay out at 2. But Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne again over to help their partner. Meanwhile, Thomas Walker and Matt Robinson remain in the corner of the industry as we approach 15 minutes. Howard sent to the outside. Anything can happen here, quite literally, as there are no countouts or disqualifications, so whatever move they want to employ, as you see the former championship combination of Robinson and Walker in the ring trying to double team Luchasaurus. Meanwhile, on the floor, Ospreay and Pete Dunne trying to double team and being successful to this point in Jack Howard. Super kick from Ospreay. Meanwhile, in the ring, Luchasaurus trying to fend them off. Ushigoroshi there. Nope. No good for Lucha. That second Ushigoroshi to Luchasaurus, working on the back of the head and the neck. Oh my gosh, a German on the top of the head of Luchasaurus. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Jack Howard just spiked Pete Dunne with a cradle pile driver. Matt Robinson hit a sit-out dominator. Action fast and furious. Back into action comes Matt Robinson there, squaring off against Luchasaurus at the moment. Off the ropes. Spin kick to the back of the head that he's been working on all match. Luchasaurus smartly tagging out now to former champion Will Ospreay. Oh man, just leveled by Matt Robinson. His Luchasaurus. Get out of the way. I'm fighting Ospreay now, he says. And out Luchasaurus goes. Hot and heavy the action here. As we're approaching 20 minutes, Matt Robinson thinks it's over. Fending Will Ospreay off successfully to this point. Oh, both men miss with a spin kick. Ospreay hits with that super kick. Able to run D. Matt Robinson kicking it too. I think that was an 054 or an inverted 450, whatever you would like to call it. He's got lots of flippity-doos off the top, each more impressive than the last. See Thomas Walker here. Running, diving European uppercut across the jaw. Pete Dunne. He responds. The butterfly suplex and gets tied up in the corner by Matt Robinson, allowing Walker to recover. But then Matt Robinson set to the floor. Hayter is hit by Thomas Walker. Pete Dunne doing everything he can to fight his way back to Team Green's corner here. Oh, into the cover quickly. 1, 2. Just broken up by the industry there. Walker thinks this is it and celebrates with a backflip. Nice bridge on the German. Luchasaurus able to save the matchup for his tag team championship partner, Pete Dunne. This match continues. Dunne able to tag out the former GWA champion, Will Ospreay. Oh, thought they may have been able to send Walker to the floor. No such doing. Good gracious me. Is that a Stardust press? Is that the inverted 450? Impressive aerial offense from Will Ospreay, regardless of my inability to properly call the maneuver. Walker smartly tagging out to Howard, but not without hitting the Uchigaroshi on the way out to the apron. Ospreay doing his best to shrug it off, but he stands up dazed. Sends Howard to the floor in Team Green's corner. Trying to get some tandem offense in for the rest of the industry members spoil the party. Too late to see a double powerbomb there to Ospreay. Thomas Walker in the ring now. If you are not the legal combatant, you can use chairs all you like. That's how this game works. So outside the ring and inside the ring. Oh, bitter end onto the chair by Pete Dunne to Thomas Walker. Choke slam to Matt Robinson. Tag team champions going to work on the inside of the ring. Oh, Pete Dunne tried to steal the fork from Thomas Walker, but Jack Howard broke it up. I've been waiting for someone to take his fork away from him. Unfortunately thwarted there by the Hollywood hunk Jack Howard, your GWA heavyweight champion. Pete Dunne into a cover, but wrong part of town, easily broken up by the industry. Tandem powerbomb. Matt Robinson now legal. Knees Pete Dunne and then kicks him down. Dunne fighting his way free. Oh, jumping enziguri. Can't sustain any offensive pressure though. Oh, dearie me, backdrop driver, but Matt Robinson rolls through it and is back to his feet immediately. Roundhouse punch. Drops him with a clothesline. Pete Dunne able to scramble back to Team Green's corner. Get Will Ospreay back into this one. Robinson taking out to Thomas Walker again. I don't know if that fork was returned to his tights. I would hope that Pete Dunne still has it. Buzzsaw kick to the side of the head. Off the ropes goes Ospreay. Trouble in paradise for Thomas Walker. More shots to the head. Be it kick or elbow. In comes Luchasaurus now. This is deadly as we approach 30 minutes. Oh, stunner counter. Thomas Walker says this is it. Off the ropes he goes. Diving European uppercut to the back of the head of Luchasaurus. Trying to get the fresh man in. Luchasaurus fights them off. Big suplex to Matt Robinson. Now the two big men are going to slug it out in the middle of the ring. Oh, big boot from Luchasaurus puts Robinson down. And then a rolling soba to the midsection drops him again. Oh, big headbutt there. Robinson quickly pops up. Oof. Trying to take the wind away. The wind away, the wind away. From Luchasaurus there. Not much on that chokeslam, just kind of shoved into the mat there. There's the tail whip, that spin kick to the face. Lucha tagging out now to Will Ospreay. Double suplex to Robinson, out to the floor he is sent, so Ospreay sends himself into the corner of the industry. Oh dearie me, to get half and half suplexed. To act as I was going to say sacrificial lamb, but here he is getting triple German. Meanwhile, Matt Robinson is meant to be being worked over by Pete Dunne and Luchasaurus, your tag team champions, but is doing quite well. And you see Luchasaurus there grabbing his neck again. Never a good sign. Oh, sit-out dominator by Robinson. Meanwhile, in the ring, Ospreay doing all they can to fend off Thomas Walker and Jack Howard. To varying degrees of success. Oh, big chokeslam to Robinson on the floor from Luchasaurus. I think it's Robinson and Ospreay? Yeah, that seems right. Buzzsaw kick from Ospreay. Tags out to Pete Dunne. Dunne goes up top. Oh! Was trying to hit a phenomenal forearm and missed. But Pete Dunne hit himself. A jumping dropkick instead. Missile dropkick, I should say. Robinson tagging out to Walker again, as we are 35 minutes deep into this one. I shouldn't have thrown the challenge out there to the earlier tag matches, because this one is a wild one. Oof. Pete Dunne with that rolling elbow, trying to put and keep Thomas Walker down. Nice backdrop driver as well, gets him to the center of the ring. Slowly but surely working his way over to the green corner, and now he has done so. I mean, it's technically red, but look at all that green. Fist drop to the ding-a-ling. Tags out to Ospreay. Set him up for the Doomsday Device. Doomsday Device missile dropkick from Luchasaurus. Back and forth they go. Walker's fighting his way free. Tags in Howard. Howard and Ospreay once again. This was your title match last month. Howard looking to cement himself and put the former champ down once and for all. Oh my gosh! Release German him into the corner. You saw Ospreay clutching his neck after that. Power slam with a pin. Wrong part of town. Pete Dunne in to make the save. Brainbuster to Will Ospreay. This league hates necks. Speaking of, here comes Luchasaurus. Getting dragged into the middle of the ring here as we crest towards 40 minutes past. Howard surprisingly tags out fairly quickly. Thought he might want to put Luchasaurus away. Electing to let Matt Robinson have a go. Luchasaurus, though, acquitting himself quite well. Working them right out of the corner. Oh, into an armbar. This should do it. This will do it. We're at the 41-minute mark. A submission move is applied. There's not a chance that they aren't just going to tap out immediately just to save themselves the trouble of trying to break out of it. Everyone's real tired and sweaty. Luchasaurus suffering their first defeat since becoming tag team champion. What does this mean for a potential tag team championship matchup for Matt Robinson and former championship partner Thomas Walker? Bum, bum, bum. Save again. 2 more matches to go. Ah, that's right. In our ongoing quest to relieve ourselves of the NXT Heavyweight Championship, Penta El Zero M, causing much friction within the Demon Club stable, last month defeated stable leader Finn Balor with a surprise roll-up. to retain the title, this month we've brought in from All Japan Pro Wrestling, Yuji Hino and their effing bomb. That's what we're going to call it at any rate. The effing bomb to counter Penta El Zero M and their package pile driver and or Penta driver. So let's go ahead and get down to the... Hang on, let me go save real quick. Save first and go ahead and get ourselves down to that old ring ka-king. Ooh. Uh-oh. Come on, Mike Arm, don't fall apart on me now. Oh, there we go. Penta in their black and gold attire, proud champion. Yuji Hino in their traditional, well, that's all I've ever really seen them in. That's what I mean by traditional. Black trunks with a little bit of red trim. A power wrestler, if there ever was one, is Yuji Hino. Looking to make an impression. Their first time setting foot in a GWA ring. A representative of All Japan Pro Wrestling, excuse me. They are here representing that company in their bid. Oh, let me get out of the way here. In their bid to add the NXT title to that promotion's ranks. As we see Yuji Hino, I believe. No, it might be Penta. One of these two gentlemen is busted open. Oh, I can see by the blood on the shoulder that it appears that Penta El Zero M has been busted open very early in this contest. I don't know how that's going to bode for the champion. You see, not only do they have to worry about the sweat and the blood running into the eyes, I don't know if the having a mask on further compounds that problem. As you see, that was the roll-up that they used to defeat Finn Balor last month. Yuji Hino, of course, is going to be looking to take advantage of this grievous and early injury to Penta El Zero M as they are busted wide open in the opening moments of this one and continue to bleed for the duration of this contest to see how they respond to the blood loss. As we know, they normally like to finish their matches in the 11 to 15 minute mark, somewhere in that range. Yuji Hino, I don't know if they're aware of that or if they have their own sort of philosophies on how to slow or speed up the timing of things. You see Penta there with some impressive power, gorilla pressing the larger Yuji Hino over the ropes to the floor. Yuji, though, straight back into the ring. To their credit, the challenger is content to continue bringing it to the champion. As you see, further and further blood loss out of Penta El Zero M. That open wound to the forehead might come into play in this one. As Yuji Hino continuing to clubber on Penta El Zero M as best they can. This might be it. 1, 2. 2 count off that big power bomb. I don't know if that's specifically the effing bomb. I feel like the effing bomb is like a last ride, but I might be wrong. I think it's more than just a regular power bomb though, so we shall see as Yuji Hino dragging Penta away from the ropes. You can see the blood stains left behind on the canvas. Not for long though, as the canvas absorbs the blood and makes the fighting stronger.
Give up. Give up.
The key to facing Penta El Zero M is weathering the storm. As I said, they try to do everything they can to get their opponent worn down and defeated in the 11 to 15 minute mark. Conversely, oh dear, good to see Yuji Hino there with an unkind hand gesture for the crowd here. And if things go catastrophically wrong, as you would surmise they may have due to the early injury, I don't know if that further motivates Penta to wrap things up quicker, or if it will bode well for Yuji Hino's attempts to wrest the championship away from him. As you see him now with that Dragon Sleeper also smothering Penta El Zero M under his pectoral muscle. Very interesting strategy there from Yuji Hino. The old boob smother. This is the effing bomb. I can guarantee it. There you go, on the floor. The last ride variation of the powerbomb. Boom, gut check time for Yuji Hino though, as we just passed the 10-minute mark, and Penta is in a world of trouble. But since we're on the floor, and there are no countouts or disqualifications, Penta looking to fight themselves back into this one. Much to the chagrin of a very attitudinal Yuji Hino. Gut check after gut check. Working the midsection is Penta El Zero M, who drops Yuji Hino with a punch to the back of the head as they tried to grab a weapon from under the ring. I think he just took some time to tell off someone in the crowd there, did Yuji Hino? Roll-ups don't work on the floor, Penta. Neither do package pile drivers, but they're certainly going to hurt your opponent. That blood loss may be factoring into Penta El Zero M's decision-making. You have to see Yuji Hino roll right into the pool as he gets back into the ring himself. Sent right back out to the floor is Yuji Hino. He saw him bounce off that ring apron on the way down. That cannot feel good. Package pile driver from Penta. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, Yuji Hino out of 2. Clubbering away again is the challenger for the NXT title, Yuji Hino. Gut check time again from Penta El Zero M. As we approach 15 minutes, Penta's going to look to put him away. I think he thought that package pile driver would do the trick, and so did I. But Yuji able to weather that storm, withstand that onslaught, and is plugging away. If he can hit that effing bomb in the ring, this thing should be over. Content to slug it out at the moment. Penta with that super kick. Can't follow up due to the blood loss. Snap suplex from Yuji. Telling Penta he's smart, he's outsmarted him to this point. Or maybe pointing out the wound on his forehead. Nice back body drop there. Oh, here it is. Effing bomb! Into the cover. Too close to the ropes. Penta grabs the bottom rope. Falls over the secondary power bomb. Not as vicious as the first, but still doing damage. Penta rocking and reeling, but Yuji Hino unable to put him down and out by ring positioning alone. Penta smartly working Yuji Hino to the floor. There are no disqualifications or countouts. It is a risk, but it is high reward if you can get the offensive advantage on your opponent out there, as Penta is looking to do with this huge power bomb. And a super kick to follow it up. Enough taunting Penta. Put him away. Penta driver on the floor. Unfortunately, you can't make a cover, so Yuji's right back up, and he folds him over with a clothesline. Gut check after gut check, working the midsection of Yuji Hino into another Penta driver on the floor. As we approach 20 minutes now, we are long into overtime for Penta El Zero M. As Yuji Hino is letting the crowd know what he feels about him. Package pile driver in the corner. Oh, again on the floor, another package pile driver. And Penta again says, bring it on. Yuji complies. Short arm clothesline from Hino. F you, he says. Gets thrown in the corner and dropped by Penta. Looking to put Yuji Hino away. Oh, backdropped into the corner. Champion in trouble. Back and forth they go. Working their way toward the center of the ring. Off the ropes. Huge clothesline from Yuji. Again off the ropes. Big elbow this time. Penta trying to get a little space. Oh, manages to lure him in for a cradle pile driver. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Penta El Zero M in what is a marathon match for them. Almost 23 minutes long. Eventually puts Yuji Hino down with the package pile driver. The incredible run of our NXT champion, Penta El Zero M, continues with another barn burner of a title defense. In our semi-main event, the penultimate match on tonight's show, which leaves just the main. We have the GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Tyler Bate, who last month in a tag match against Roosh and several other Los Ricos members was criticaled by a double underhook piledriver from Roosh, was knocked out, insisting that they are fine. They have been medically cleared to wrestle, but who knows in what condition GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Tyler Bate will be in, representing the industry when they go one-on-one with Los Ricos Roosh. The industry, of course, looking to maintain their stranglehold on both the GWA and GWA Junior Heavyweight Championships. And as we saw in their earlier 6-person tag, they very much have their eyes on the tag team straps as well. Not focusing on the auxiliary belts like the Stardom or Freelance or GCW titles, it seems that there is a concerted effort by the industry to make sure they control the most prestigious of titles here in the GWA titles themselves, both in singles and in tag team combinations. Tyler Bate, I'm curious to see if they start out with a more cautious approach given their potential or their narrow avoidance of injury, let's call it, at the hands of Roosh last month. As we said, getting knocked out in the middle of the ring with that double underhook piledriver. Seems to be motivated to take the fight to Roosh in this one in defense of their GWA Junior Championship. See if they're successful or if wearing down the champion works for Roosh. You see a nice airplane spin there, which is a submission maneuver here in the GWA. Like it or not. Off the ropes goes Roosh here. Nice missile drop kick to the face. I guess it's still just a low drop kick. Low drop kick to the face. It's not a missile unless it descends from the heavens. Oh, Triple H down neckbreaker there. The no-look neckbreaker drop there. Nice European uppercut from Tyler Bate. Certainly the more fundamentally based of these two athletes. Roosh. I suppose, though, it depends on what you describe as a fundamental. Tyler Bate is very much a mat-based technician. Hang on. Nice butterfly suplex there. Whereas Roosh is very much rooted in the fundamentals of Lucha Libre, which is very much a different style, but I suppose still fundamental. They're both experts of their particular style. I would then say more ring technician is Tyler Bate, more high flyer is Roosh. Hey, SSD Ninja. Nice to see you again. Hope you enjoyed the nap. You woke up just in time for our main event. This is our final match of tonight's show. The final GWA match of the year 2020. Or of the real-life calendar year 2020. They are in I don't know what year in terms of the in terms of what year we started and what year it is in the Wrestleverse here. As you see a nice roll-up attempt. Oh, was it one of those naps where, like, naps are supposed to fix things, but then you have the nap and you feel worse when you wake up? I hate those. I feel betrayed by my nap. Why have you forsaken me? Oh dear, big tombstone piledriver there from Roosh. I believe that's banned in Mexico. Is anything like Memphis? Oh, big double sub off the top to the ding-a-ling. 1, 2. Almost had a new GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion right there. Tyler Bate able to hang on, though. Roosh pouring it on, sensing victory. 1, 2. Tyler Bate out again. Roosh looking to make short work of the GWA Junior Champion after inflicting a heck of a lot of damage in their contest last month. Looking to exploit that previous injury, the previous damage. Oh, nice! Cradle tombstone there. 2. High angle slam from Roosh. Now he drags Tyler Bate away from the ropes. Bellies him over. Tyler driver! 1, 2. No! Roosh kicks out of the Tyler driver. Champion thought he caught challenger snapping with his finishing maneuver. Roosh able to roll the shoulder, and this match rolls on. They're now out to the floor where there are no disqualifications or countouts. Anything goes. It is up to Roosh to get out of this airplane spin, or for Tyler Bate to tire themselves out. Let's see who gets dizzy first. I think Tyler Bate just relinquished the hold there. Back in. Oh, tried another Tyler driver. Roosh wouldn't let him do it. Sends him over the suplex, trying to dump him onto the commentary tables. Our international commentary teams there, broadcasting GWA worldwide across Twitch in one official language. And then all these other pretendy ones based on all these other tables. Oh, Roosh headbutting the champion to the mat and then immediately motioning them for them to rise. The sass of Roosh getting caught in the airplane spin once again. It's a submission maneuver. Roosh able to withstand the centrifugal force and fight on. Up top he goes. Big double stomp. Oh no. Drops an elbow to the bum bum. Elbow to the glutes. Into the pin. Just a 2. Openly mocking Tyler Bate every time he drops into the canvas, inviting the champion to get back to his feet. It's Roosh. Big super kick absorbed. Tyler Bate landing that drop kick, getting the last word on that in that argument, but is then reversed off the ropes and drop kicked for his own efforts by challenger Roosh. Firmly in control of this one. I think the damage was done a month prior. Rolling Tyler Bate up. Got him. The championship reign of Tyler Bate comes to an end. Disappointing industry leader Jack Howard. But just like that, the first taste of gold for Los Ricos since their formation, as now Roosh is your GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. Let me just write that down. Roosh. Lovely. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's check how everything went. See, didn't quite get into the 4th and 5th gear, and I probably should have switched these 2 matches, or whatever, like the last 2. Excuse me. Pardon me. But still a 93 card rating overall. We have 65,000 plus in attendance. Let's see how we did. Sami Callihan is hurt for 3 months. Oh no. Okay, well, what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to do Naito and Sami Callihan, but that has to wait now. Wow. Sami out 3. Anything else? Yep, Roosh won the title. All right, those are our 2 notes. Sami Callihan hurt. Roosh is our new junior champ. We put 71,000 people into this arena. Oh, baby. Sammy Guevara is the new AEW Junior Champion. Good for them. Yep, Strong and Fish for the NXT titles. Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish. Bandito is the ROH Junior Champion. All right, we're trying our best to get you that NXT title back. Oh my gosh, we made $4 million. Noah's interested in working with us. Good to know. Anything else going on? Year 5, July. At Sushi, join WWE. Okay, cool. I'm real happy when people join other promotions. Oh, Scott Steiner has retired. That's gonna hurt the NWA big time. Asuka. Devi? I don't know that one. Liv Morgan? Wow, all these ladies. Oh, Tony Storm wants money. And Daichi wants money. Hang on one second. I gotta write these down. Tony, Daichi, anybody else? Alex. Oh, Zane. Anybody else? Josh Alexander. My, oh my. Oh my gosh, Kota Ibushi? Bray Wyatt? Is this because I have $60 million now? Holy moly, that's half a dozen people. Well, let's take care of that. Actually, let's do our maintenance first. Okay, training center, maintenance. And then let's check out our merchandise, see if we have any left. Do this, do this, do this. Repair the balance ball, repair the ring doctor, whatever that means. Okay, just as we repair the judo coach, or whatever that means. All right, so masks are a slow seller. We only did a run of 3,000, so we only sold half. Everything else we blew out of. That's great. That's awesome. So let's save there. We've done our maintenance to our facilities and stuff. Now let's do our human maintenance. Who has troubles? Oh man, we're breaking necks left and right in this thing, aren't we? Okay, Tony Storm, you first. Oh wow, well no wonder. There you go. Who else? Daichi Hashimoto had something to say. No problem. Here you go, enjoy your raise. Happy to give it to you. Now, Camp Firefly, Alex Zane wants a raise. You got it. Consultation, whom else? That's the first row. Josh Alexander. There you go. There you go. That's Peanuts. No problem there. This isn't going to be Peanuts. Ibushi's going to be pricey. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, you can go to 25. There you go. And Bray Wyatt. Oof. 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 Okay, Bray Wyatt. 38. 49. I'm not going all the way to 57. Oh boy, that's a big raise regardless. Okay, so all those are done. Let's send the scouts out. Freestyle. Let's go to Europe. 12 months. Just cuz. What do you do? Lucha and hardcore. Let's do hardcore. Latin America for 12 months, just for funsies. Kings Road and Showman. Well, I'm definitely going to do Showman Japan this time. 12 months. And away you go. Alright, we sent out our scouts. There you go there. Save-a-dee-doo. Okay, I think that's all the maintenance we need to have done. Sammy is out for 3 more months. Xavier Woods returns from Japan for the second show of next week's offerings. I did all the contract negotiations I need to do. I'm looking at the list of champions, and that's all in order. We still need to get somebody in here to beat Penta El Cero M for that NXT title. But that is something we can worry about next week. For right now, I'm going to say that's all for me for today, and I want to thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing you all chill vibes and, for the moment, non-contact high fives. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. I'll be back Friday afternoon to start a new game on a new system. So join me tomorrow as we meet Ori. So until then, TTFN. Oh, and before I go, Happy New Year to everybody. It is New Year's Eve day as I'm recording this. I hope everyone has safe and happy plans out there. Let's go ahead and give Dork Chop some love on our way out the door. I myself will be hanging out with Juice Papa Newsom this evening. Quietly ringing in the new year with some headshots and games and whatnot, I'm sure. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. Hope to see you later. Have a happy new year. Next time I see you, it'll be 2021. Actually, next time I see you, it'll be Wrestle Kingdom Day. Speaking of wrestling. All right, have a great one, everybody.